Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Well, it's a late night stream for us tonight as we take the IniBuilds A350 900 variant from Madrid up to Heathrow. Now, some of you may have already noticed just from the title, I'm actually in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 tonight, which means I've probably forgot to set loads of things up. The air cycle, I'm almost certain, is out of date. But yeah, so there are a couple of reasons for that, and one of the main ones is because I know a lot of you will be looking to purchase this aircraft for Flight Sim 2020 rather than Flight Sim 2024, and I've got a lot of people since the video this afternoon asking, you know, what's it like in 2020, and I'd not actually had a chance to test that out. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Fingers crossed, all should be nice and stable. Now, I have literally never touched this aircraft in Flight Sim 2020, meaning that I'm just going to have to go through all the setup of thrust levers and calibration and that. But that's fine. I've now got all night with you guys. I think I've got the Navigraph linked up, but I also think as well at the moment there's a slight issue on the Navigraph side, not the IniBuild side, with regards to that. So it might not be working correctly on the screen. So just in case, I have actually got my iPad, so I've got the chart sorted for our departure tonight. We're not doing this as a real ops flight. I don't know how to fly this thing in real life, but it is an Airbus overall. So it is flown very much in a similar vein to the A320 Airbus philosophy, and that's the main thing. So so welcome, guys. Great to see you. Great to see you on board this evening. Lots of you coming on, and I know it's a late stream here in Europe. Not so late if you're in the US, and very early if you're in Australia. So welcome wherever you are in the world. FPS in Flight Sim 2020 is okay. Now I say that I'm also in I'm at Latin VFR's Madrid. One thing I'm a bit worried about, I'm not actually because I've not flown in Flight Sim 2020 for a long time. Is live weather working still? Oh yeah, there we go. When I spawned in, there was no live weather. I couldn't see any clouds or anything. It was just clear skies, and that always used to worry me. But it seems like it's all right. Sweet Joe says it's 7 a.m. in Australia. That is fine. That is fine. Well, the stream is probably going to be about 3 hours, so it's going to take us late into the evening here in the UK. But never mind. Doesn't matter. When we get an aircraft as good as this, it is worth it. The biggest difference between Flight Sim 2020 and 2024 with this aircraft is the cabin. There is no cabin to speak of in this aircraft. So yeah, we can set up some wing views and things like that en route, because I haven't got them all set up, so we'll have to do that as we go. Dark Fury, is that you next to me? You are indeed a dwarf. Your fuselage would fit in my engine almost. But yeah, if you want to have a look at it then here in 2020, you can see it still looks bloody good. It really does. FPS seems fine. Remember, well, I thought I was at a large we might be a bit close to that stand, but well, never mind. But yeah, she's a beauty. She's absolutely gorgeous, and FPS wise, still looking very, very nice. And all the sort of preview videos and things like that you've seen in Flight Sim 2024, I mean, look at the tyres. You're not losing anything in Flight Sim 2020. You're really not, apart from sort of the generic differences in graphics between the two sims. I mean, that's the main thing. French Flight, is it better performance than the Phoenix? I actually think it is. Yes, I would say so, yeah. It is better performance than the Phoenix. I'd put it on par with the PMDG and the A32NX. I was very surprised by how good this was in on performance and frame rates, because the texturing, we'll have a look inside in a moment when we get the flight deck, but the texturing is just fantastic. The fact that they can do what they do with this and still keep the gorgeous looking textures is is amazing. Now, we do have GSX integration. Just a reminder though, I'm in Flight Sim 2020. I haven't updated GSX for God knows how long in this sim, so I don't know if that's going to work. And just have a quick look here, say that there is no cabin to speak of. So you can see we have got the odd little porthole, and these are going to be the places where we can set up our wing views. So it's not like you've got absolutely nothing. And let's be honest, how often do you guys fly in the cabin? You don't. So if we can get an aircraft as good as this, and the only sacrifice in 2020 is a lack of a cabin, then I'm gonna be happy with it. Yeah. So 808 Flex, can you still look out the windows in the cabin? Yeah, absolutely you can. Once we're able, we'll set up some wing views, and you know that's the kind of view you're gonna get. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So if there's a cabin there or not, you've still got wing views. Team Simple, why is there no cabin? The reason there's no cabin, as far as I'm aware, is because the lighting that they use is the sort of inbuilt generic lighting in Flight Sim 2024, and that doesn't then come across in Flight Sim 2020. So that, I think, is the main reason. Thank you to our new followers as well over on Twitch. Ducky, can you customize the cabin announcements in the Phoenix? Ducky, I will show you a little bit later about that, because well, we'll be going through it. So I want to take my time over this. We are on VATSIM as well, so I don't know if any VATSIM controllers will be around by the time we get out of here, but yeah, there we are. Hey Organ, good to see you, and Dave, good evening to you as well. So how many people are already convinced that they're getting this tomorrow? How many people have called in sick? I do think she's the best looking aircraft in the sky. The Dreamliner looks nice, but this absolutely trumps it. I love this sexy windshield. It's beautiful, the curvature of it. It's gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, there we are. Right, should we get in? Should we get inside and have a look? Right. So before we turn anything on, again, you can see FPS is fine. Absolutely fine, nothing wrong with it. And I know many of you have seen Flight Sim 24 sort of textures and things, but again, I'm going to zoom in as close as I can, and yeah, you can see very, very similar. Obviously, Flight Sim 24's graphics are slightly better than 2020's, but you're still getting very high quality graphics, and I can't really see it because there's no reflection, but the sun just here, the sort of the glass shielding over the top of the acupressure gauge is just really, really nice. Andrew, I'm gushing. This is the first what I would call really fantastic, full, complete airliner for Flight Sim 24. Flight Sim 2020, we've obviously got the 777, which is amazing, but everyone knows that I'm an Airbus guy. So the fact that we've got this now, yeah, I am a little bit. Jeff's got 2 weeks off work and now he's ready to purchase tomorrow. I know, and it's coming out tomorrow. So yeah, this is it. Now that's the default view of the flight deck. To be honest, I don't know. I might need to tweak that just a little bit, maybe a fraction higher or something. But we can do as we will with that, can't we? Okay, so we're going to get turned on. We'll go through stuff, and we'll make our way towards London Heathrow. A couple of people asking me about the performance. Yeah, performance is absolutely fine. In fact, it's better than fine. And for anyone who hasn't seen it, actually, just before we do this, for those of you who watched my video today, you have seen this, so I do apologise for that. So much detail back here. But for those of you that haven't seen this, oh, does that not open? Oh, it might not open in 2020. So this is a back. This is a sort of trap door that you can use to go down into the avionics bay. It looks like that doesn't open though in 2024. Can I drop down through it? Right, okay. So we don't have the avionics bay in 2020. Never mind. For those of you who saw the video in 2024, you've got a cool avionics bay down there, which is really neat. Right, let's get back in. So, the setup, just like any normal Airbus. First of all, you check the voltage, that's up here, make sure that they're not running low. 20. I think running low is below 25, and obviously, as you can see there, we're not. And then we got the batteries on, so it's left to right. Battery 1, the emergency batteries 1 and 2, and then battery 2. So we'll do that, and I'll just turn the volume up so you can listen to the fans and things. So all of those come on. And where you'll really hear it is in a moment with the external power 1 and 2, which is the GPU is connected. Yeah, so just pausing that music for a moment as well. Realised the music might be a bit loud. Sorry, Robert. And then as you turn it all on, obviously you get lots of sort of warnings and ECAM messages just whilst it finds itself up. Kenneth, FPS is fantastic. So, really nice. Yeah, so we've now brought her alive a little bit, so to speak. I'll turn the engines and sounds back up for the aircraft when we take off and things like that. And then what we're going to do is, let me just swap this out for over here. So this is the en route chart. Now, as I said, I need to just go through and because I've not flown this in 2020, I just need to go and do some options. So yeah, just leave all that to normal. That's fine. I'll leave that. That's fine. Oh no, kilograms. The equipment. I'll just leave all that for now. We're gonna have a look during the flight, because obviously lots of things here that you can change. Throttle calibration though, do need to do this. So all we do is set the levers to max reverse, then click it. Then we'll just set that to idle reverse, set that, go to idle, set that, climb, flex MCT, and tug. Right, so they should now all be set. And let's just confirm that down here. So that's toggle, flex, climb, and idle. Perfect. Well, that's nice, straightforward, and easy. So I was just asking about the weathering. Yes, so you can actually change the aircraft weathering. Now I don't know if this visually changes the aircraft on the outside. So you can actually get visual displays in the in Flight Sim 24. So if I just set that to, does that look any dirtier? Have a look at the streaks underneath the windows. That's the key, isn't it? Have a look at the streaks underneath the windows that I can see there. And if I put it to down here, yeah, they've gone. Look at that. That's really cool. I've never seen anything like that in any sim. So let's go half and half, shall we? So in fact, no, that looks too clean. They've had this aircraft for a while now. Go on then. We'll weather it. There we are. That's perhaps a bit more natural. So yeah, that's neat. So third party, I think we've got this all set up. Do we need to update the nav data? I'm not sure actually. I'll just download the nav data and update it. This might be why my Navigraph I don't think is working. So just need to let it do that. If you are going to do this though, big message here, obviously it will clear out any information you put in the FMS, so don't do it if you don't set up your FMS and then think, oh, I'll use different nav data. So that's Navigraph, that's fine. Blitz, I think it's better than the Phoenix, personally. Okay, and then, so just have a look, pause at 100%, no, time compression is off. Use time compression. We're not going to be using that today, but obviously you can do. Right, so let's just go to the flight operations menu. This is the initial setup, so we'll just import all that from SimBrief. We've got all that sorted. We are at Iberia 721 this evening, Madrid to Heathrow. And then we've got the load sheet. Now, if we just go to the ground ops page, enable GSX control. Yeah, there we go. that's fine. So we'll just go to the load sheet. This is now sim brief import. Hopefully that will all come through and set up. Let's have a look. So that fuel, let me just look at my operational flight plan for this. I've got this on my other screen, bear with me. Yeah, plug fuel is 16044, and that's fine. I think we can sort of we can put in a bit more fuel if we wish. So yeah, let's just let's take 20 tons then. We know what we're going to take, and obviously, then, as you can see on the display down there, it's showing you how that's all going to be done and balanced. So that's set up and fine. And then we use GSX to basically load all of that. Now, just before we go any further with that, this does have cabin announcements as well. Now, let me just see if I can remember where that is. It might be in the options page. Sound, maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, cabin and language. So look, you've got English, US, UK, then you've got German, Japanese, French, Spanish. So should we go for a bit of Spanish tonight? We are flying Iberia after all, so that's the cabin language set. So you'll get automatic cabin announcements in whatever language you've put on there. I like this, the noise cancelling headphones. Just check the sound out for a minute. Yeah, suddenly that disappears. I can just hear it a little bit in the background. So yeah, we'll have that. Cabin chimes in the cockpit. Yeah, we'll have those on as well. So that's fine. Right. So where did we get to? Load sheet. We've done that. Told how much fuel we're going to load in. Zero fuel weight. Just check that with my operational flight plan, which I'll be able to show you on here in a moment. I'll just make sure that everything's matched up. Zero fuel weight 161. Yeah, that's bang on. That's great. So yeah, let's just start the loading then of the aircraft. So I'll go back to the ground page, and then we basically want to request refueling. Hopefully that's going to work. Thank you to the new followers coming in, and I want to request boarding as well. So GSX boarding has been requested, and of course we'll go with Iberia. So basically, this is quite nice. It's the GSX menu, but it's built in automatically to the EFB, and there you can see the doors are opening automatically as well. So a quick look outside should show us that. Oh yeah, there they are. Look, with the heavy loaders. They're going to crash into each other because, let's face it, GSX does that. But yeah, no, yeah, Iberia tug is automatically connected. Spoony, I was waiting for the first one to say, so when's the Easy A350 livery coming out? Not one I would ever do. If it is, mate, I've completely missed the raid there. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. And David, gifting 5 EasyJet Simple channel memberships. David, thank you so much for your support, my friend. Long time support of the channel, so great to have you here for this preview stream as we have a look at this as well tonight. Thank you, amazing support, and thank you to every one of our channel members and supporters. Okay, so that's all done. Emergency slides, toggle arming slide. Yes, if you open the doors and they're armed, you will get a slide. I'm not going to show that because that wrecks the aircraft. And then we can just work through there. So that's the load sheet. Yeah, and then just here, look, we've got the operational flight plan all brought in. This is my usual EasyJet format, so that I know what we're doing. And you can obviously, with the menu on the right hand side, it sort of gives you quick access to certain parts of it. So that's really neat. Right, so normal Airbus setup then. Extinguish the white lights and move from bottom left up, and then bottom to top. So we want. Crew supply is on. Ground control receiver, that should be on. That'll come off. That should come off when the engines are running. So that's all fine. And then come up over the top. We want the adheres to be aligned. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Down at the bottom then, I'll just switch. These, for me, these are the wrong way around. If you use your mouse over these, I don't know if this will change before the release, but in order to flick these up, you have to scroll down, which that just, my mind's not working in that direction, so I'm not quite sure why they've done it that way, but anyway. Jordan says, thanks for previewing this in 2020. Oh, the stream was used in 24. A lot of people will probably find this in 2020. Well, Jordan, I did think that, and obviously I did a video today, and that was in 2024. So we've sort of gone back to 2024 for that. So we'll leave the seatbelt signs off whilst people are getting on board and refueling. But we will get the no peds on. In fact, no, we'll not put that on just yet. But no smoking, definitely to auto, and the emergency lights want to be armed. Coming up then, APU is obviously not on at the moment. We'll get the fuel pumps, they can all come on. And then the APU, well, I wasn't saying the APU fire test, it's not just the APU fire test, you actually test all three of these in one go. So you just press and hold that, there's the alarms. I can't scroll down to show you that the ECAM warnings are there, but they are. In fact, if I scroll out far enough, hang on, let me just... I can't actually find a position to be able to do that. That's really annoying. But yeah, all the ECAM warnings are of course there as well. So yeah, that's all done, and then everything on the right side, we don't need to bother touching those because they're all set up. Right, passengers are coming on board, so I can hear them. Don't think we can see them because GSX hasn't got passengers included just yet. I'm sure that'll be upgraded at some point in the future. Alright, so right, sail power, parking brakes on, no mobiles, alignment in 6 minutes, and ADBS traffic is on. So once we've done that, we want to just grab the ATIS like we would do normally. I'm just looking. There's no ATC online at the moment, so let's just go to let's see. Go to the request page. Okay, how can we... I haven't actually done this. I've only ever done this with ATC online. Have we got the options to get some... get some airfield information? I don't think we can get it on here actually. It's a bit annoying. Can we get the weather on the EFB? We probably can. Actually, I know we can, because if we go to our takeoff performance, we will then just sync SimBrief, and from there then I can just pull in the weather. Yeah, so that's what I was looking for. Security is 1026. Now, none of my hardware works with this aircraft yet, so we're going to have to be using the mouse cursor. I'm sure that will change as it comes. So we're just doing sort of like preliminary cockpit setup at the moment. So just everything like spoilers, flaps, parking brake, all of that is on. Once that's done, we've already done the overhead. 1026 is our QNH. We'll just get that set up. I think our initial climb as well today is 13,000, so I'll set that. Transition altitude here as well is also 13,000. Okay, and then come down to the... can't move the... can we move the armrest out of the way? Oh, we can. Oh, that's really neat. So we can use the comms in two ways. We've got... I think we've got a RadNav page on here. Yeah, Navade's there, so we've got a VO1, VO2. Can we use the Navades for this? That's the Navades. Do we have the comms there? We might not have comms actually on here. No. So I think the A3. I'm sure. Is it? I might be confusing with a different aircraft, but I think it might be the A380. You've got the comms in there. But if not, obviously we've got them down here. So we'll just pop in 122.8. So it's Unicom on standby. VHF2. We want to be monitoring 121.5, and then we can toggle that over, and obviously we want to be monitoring VHF1 and VHF2. Will it be out at midnight, Kate? I doubt that very much. Flight time, Andrew, is 3 hours today. Okay, so that's all done. I'm just going to go to the surveillance page as well. So terrain system is on oh yeah, well that's fine. Weather and predicted wind shear, I'm going to turn that off for now, and we are standby mode, squawking 2000. So yeah, that's all fine as well. And acupressure should be in the green. Right, let's have a look at setting up the flight management computer, which is actually really easy. So we go to our init page down here. Obviously, you can access all of these using the touchscreen, but you've also got rules down here, which does make it much quicker. So we'll do our company flight request. So you'll see that change in a moment, hopefully. So still waiting for the IRs to be aligned. Oh, I can change this setting so that the first officer and the captain's barrier are synced up. So let me just do that. Yeah. So that's done. IR alignment in a couple of minutes. Yeah. So that's now been received. So then we just need to click that again and insert it. There we go, that's all done. Cost index, oh, 120. Wow, that's fast. So that's finished. Trip wind, and we'll do a company wind request and make sure that goes in. Okay, so that's all done. We're still aligning at the moment. Alright, so let's have a look at the departure. So we are departing out on I think we're on 3-6 left today. And we're on the Sol Sierra, is it the Sol Sierra 6 Lima?
Good afternoon.
Is that this one? This is my problem because I've not got accurate. I've not got my Navigraph subscription updated. Got the right runway in. 3-6 left. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all.
Good afternoon.
Insert that. Yeah, no, that is that I don't believe is right. We will have a look on the map and see how close that is to what I've actually got in. What I've actually got in is this. As I say, forgot to do the nav data update prior to this, but never mind. Weather radar, Father Jack, it does come with a weather radar as well. Right, so let me just insert that, and then we'll do, that's the departure in. We can then go through to the nav aids. I'm not going to touch any of those today. And then if we go back to our flight plan, the arrival in Heathrow is 27 left. We're going to be doing the ILS 27 left, and the star is, what's the star? Roxog 1 Hotel. So is that still there? Let's scroll down on that. And I can't remember what VIA that is. I think I don't fly to Heathrow very often, you can tell. I think it's Ockham. There we go, so let's insert all of that. Let me just have a look at that departure again.
Welcome on board.
3-6 left. I'm looking for size 6 Lima. Oh, it is there. I just couldn't scroll down. Right, that's annoying. I can't actually use this to scroll up and down. You have to use the arrows, but that's fine. There it is. That is the right flight plan then now.
Hello.
Can you hear the passengers in the back coming in as well? So they're still there. And we can just double check that that is all correct. So we've got the departure straight out, got that interception, MD 39, and then straight to Sol Sierra. That's fine, and flight level 120. Perfect. So that's all working for us. We've also got the up and down arrows on the screen, Spoonie. Yeah, so what those do is that literally jumps full pages, so it's quicker than having to sort of scroll all the way up and down using those. So yeah, we can just use just jump up and down. The fact that they're arrowed as well is probably a little bit easier than it was in the A320. Okay, nav accuracy has been upgraded, so we can collect info. GPS primary is up. Received all, just clear all that. There we go. So that's all done. Now, let me just see. Is Navigraph going to load for us here? Oh, I think it is. Let's just see if that's going to load for us.
May I see your boarding pass?
Someone, I think you get both 2020 and 2024 versions for the same price. Someone in the chat, I'm sure, will correct me if that is not the case. So I'm just getting some FPS drops here, and I think that is whilst this airport map is importing. At least I hope that's what it is. Either that or the sim's about to crash.
Good afternoon.
Oh no, there is. Look at that. God bless Flight Sim 2020. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, so that's the onboard airport navigation system there then. Which you can... I think you can you click and move around this? Yes, you can. I think I'm zooming a bit too far out. Hang on a minute.
Welcome on board.
Ooh, drag it. There we are. And that's the runway with the big green arrow that we're going to be taxiing to. So yeah, there you go. It's lovely.
Welcome on board.
Right, so flight plan's done.
This way.
Let's have a look at the fuel. Okay, so we can cheat a little bit here as well. So we've got a lot of data then from our load sheet, which is all in just there. We can type it in manually, but I do like this little feature, just a bit of a time saver. If you click on that and then press the enter button, it automatically fills it. If you look,
Hello.
so that's nice. Ooh, I got 24 tons of fuel.
This way.
Oh, apparently I have. Oh, I thought I'd only loaded 20 tons. Hang on, let me just update the paper in front of me then. Right, so we've got 24 tons of fuel, that's fine. Passenger numbers, I don't think this automatically enters this. No, it doesn't look, so we can get that here. We're going to be taking today... we're going to have to wait until they're all loaded, aren't we? I have no idea what the total passenger number is. We'll wait until they're loaded, but they're coming on. Remind me to fill that in before we go anywhere. Yeah, so all that's done, and we've got an extra 1 hour 22 minutes of fuel on board. Let's clear that.
This way.
Alright, back on to our init page then for the takeoff performance calculations. Again, we're now going to head over back to the takeoff performance things down here. So, if we've synced sim brief, haven't we? And if we do we could do a full takeoff. Yeah, we could do a full takeoff run. So, if we leave that as is and hit compute, there we are. So, 138, 144, 148. We can send that to the FMS, or of course you can pop that in as you want. And we're going to be doing flaps 1 departure. So send that to FMS. And then you can see it's there. You still have to confirm it. So there we are. Flaps 1, trim, packs will be on, anti-ice will be off, and then we've got thrust acceleration values at 3,000 feet.
This way, please.
Okay, so I think we are then pretty much we're pretty much good to go. Just have a look, make sure there's no ATC around, so I don't need to speak to them. We're just waiting for the rest of the passengers to come on board. So we'll get the constraints turned on as well. So just while I'm waiting for the passengers to go on, is there anything anybody wants us to sort of have a look at or see, that kind of thing? Let me just see if are the terminal charts working here? I couldn't get these to load in here. As I think they're just doing some final tweaking with Navigraph in order to get these to work. Yeah, and as you can see, that sadly is not working. However, the en route map is working, so that's quite nice, even though we've got it just here as well. David also confirming as well, we also get the A350 100 for free when on both sims when it's added. Yeah, so what do you guys think of the price of this then? How much is it? I can't remember. Someone did mention it in the chat a bit earlier on. Apologies. Is it about 72 euros or something like that? I may have made that up. If someone can put the price in into the chat, that'd be great. But yeah, it's is it £72? Father Jack, thank you for that. Yeah, when you think for then £72, you are essentially getting 4 aircraft. All right, you'll only ever fly 2 of them. But I think the pricing structure is fantastic for what they're doing. Yeah, David just said 4 planes, 2 sims. It's absolutely brilliant. Do I think it's worth it, Jay? I do. Yeah, I do. Captain Beanie says, hi from a fellow Gavin. Saw your first impression video earlier on the break. Should be back at working time to jump on Heathrow Ground if anyone else says, oh, Captain Beanie, that would be great. I mean, we're not going to be there. It's going to be like midnight, I think, or maybe just before. But any ATC we can get is always amazing, particularly when we're doing an inaugural flight, as it was. So let's, I suppose we'll use this time now to sort of brief. I'm not doing this as a real ops flight or anything like that, but we will just do a quick departure brief. So we're parked here, we're at stand 515, we'll push back, we will face south, we'll taxi down Echo Alpha 6. I mean, just having these here on screen I think is brilliant, and this is true to life as well. This is what you actually get in the real aircraft. So Echo Alpha 6, we're taxiing south on there, and then we will taxi via Zulu 2 for departure. So that's where we'll hold on departure 36 left. So that's the taxi. We've got good weather conditions as well, as we've seen. We've got some light clouds, winds are of no consequence, and the big threat for us today, apart from being a brand new aircraft that I've never flown before, is just the terrain here, as you can see, just to the north of the airport. So if anything goes wrong, it shouldn't do. If anything goes wrong, we just need to turn and fly south, basically. David, mate, thank you so much for your £10 super chat. It says, and you will get the A350-900 ultra long range for free when they add it eventually on top of the 4 you have already bought. So you're technically getting 6 aircraft for $71.99. David, yeah, that really important that you point that out, because they're not just sort of releasing this and then they're done. It's lots has been done. We just got a message there saying boarding's completed. So it is a absolutely fantastic deal, I think. Right, so that's been done. Let me just check the ground page. No, not the ground page, the load sheet. Stranger's not updating the total passengers. Right, someone do the maths. 7 plus 34 plus 42. I need to know how many passengers we've got on board. 7, 34, 42. Do the maths for me and add it in. I'm not doing it this time of night. So honest, they might even add a freight version in the future. I mean, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Let's get the APU started up. So, APU master. Give it a couple of seconds and do that. So we've got 84 dark, is that it? I mean, it isn't an oil. Well, we could take a lot more. That's probably why we don't need a lot of fuel today. Yeah, right, 84. I need to pop that in the perf page then, don't we? There we go. My username is Pick. How different is this from the 320? In terms of what we're actually doing, not very different at all. So APU is starting at the moment. So briefed enough for what I need to. Just have a look at the departure. This departure that we're going to be doing. There is a speed restriction 205, then 210. Let's just come down to the flight plan, check that is indeed in there. Yeah, look, there we go, 210. So we'll leave it all in managed speed, and it'll be fine. I hope. Right, there we go. APU is up and running. So with APU up and running, then let's disconnect our external power. So that can come off. That can come off. And then go back to our ground page. Now, one thing I haven't shown you yet is the checklist. So now's the perfect time to do that. So we've got to the checklist menu. Here it is. We want the before start checklist. So gear pins and covered is removed. Fuel quantity is 24 tons. Checked. Our takeoff data is set. BRF QNH is 1026. And that's been set both sides. Oh, seatbelt sides. Let's get that on. Also put the no smoking personal electronic devices on. There we are. So BRF QNH set. The doors then are not yet closed. So basically we've gone down. This is like an old Airbus checklist. It's down to the line, isn't it? As we can see there. So that's all completed. I think we're about ready to push. So let's go and attach the tug now. It's already given me the option, look. So let's attach the tug. Yes. I've not got anything there to tell me that the tug's attached, that's fine. So now we're just going to go to prepare for pushback and departure. Don't know if this will automatically disconnect the GPU. I hope it does. Here she comes. You can see the jetway moving away. Let's switch over then onto Unicom. 122.8. Sunrise has Latin Viv Madrid on performance. It's not too bad.
Madrid traffic from the 5 Charlie is currently passing Mike Delta 575 for the ILS change for ILS 2 left, host runway 32 left. Madrid.
Bet you all thought I got crashed to desktop then, didn't I? I moved my mouse cursor over the part of the windows and it just took everything to desktop. So, right. GPU is removed. Chocks removed. I think we're about ready to get going. Very exciting. So I think when GSX is ready, it will tell us. Yeah, just looking the gear downstairs, it will tell us down here that and give us the option to push right, push left, etc. We're going to be pushing tail to the left, facing south.
Madrid traffic from Bavia 5 Charlie, captain localizer runway 32 left. Madrid.
If you're enjoying the stream so far, guys, our late night stream tonight, please do hit the like button for me. That like button really helps with the YouTube algorithms. So it's a little thing for you, but it's a massive thing for me. So please do hit that like button. Say if you haven't done so already. Right, I think there we go. So we're going tail to the left. I've got another checklist to do before that. Yes, we do. Okay, so before we go anywhere, doors are closed, thrust levers are idle. Notice it's green because it's already detecting that they are idle. Parking brake is on, and we'll get the beacon light on. Before I do that, though, let's just make our Unicom call. Are we going to be able to transmit? Why can't I transmit on Unicom? What's happening here? Oh, there we go.
Madrid traffic from Bavia 5 Charlie is going speed 160 here, so 4, passing currently 10 miles, runway 32 left.
That might catch a few people out, actually. Yeah, remember to turn the transmission button on, otherwise no one's going to hear us. Madrid traffic, Iberia 721, stand 515, pushing back, facing south on Echo Alpha 6. Alright, so beacon light coming on. That's that checklist complete then. So now we want to go to surveillance, and we want to get that transponder on as well so they can see us, and tail to the left. Notice wheel steering is disconnected. So I'm just waiting for ground to tell us to remove the parking brakes. Not heard them say it. Yeah, continue the pushback.
Under traffic from 5 Charlie, currently 5 miles out, runway 32 left.
I think she did just say it, we just missed it because someone was on the radio above it. Okay, so parking brakes released.
Area 721, how long before you push back?
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
And back we go. Alright, so APU's on, let's get the APU bleed on, and engine mode selector to ignition. Oh, that's frustrating, my thrustmaster isn't set up for this. Okay, well, we'll do it manually then. So, to ignition, and is the engine starter working? No, it's not. Never mind. Okay, we'll do that manually as well. There we go, starting engine 1. That all works by default in 2024, the way it's set up, but never mind.
Under traffic from 5 Charlie, establish high left, straight through left. Madrid.
So there we go, just watching the engine start, and let's have a listen, shall we? Oh, how did we get rid of that green gravy stuff? Don't want that. We'll turn that off in the graphics in a minute. Let's listen to the engine.
Under traffic from 5 Charlie, landing 32 left. Madrid.
Condensation down at the bottom. How cool is that? Right, go on. How do I get rid of the green lines? I can't remember what. I can't remember how to access those. Is it in the accessibility algorithm? Because they're not thermals. Let me set the parking brakes. Yeah, they're not thermals. They are airflow. So thermals are different.
From Charlie, Madrid traffic, circulated runway 32 left at Lima, Madrid.
Let me see if I can find it, because I don't want that around my aircraft. Nope, it's not in there. Is it in the assistance options? Where are we going to see it? User experience, maybe. Aerodynamic visualization, that's the one. Apply and save. Go back, resume. Right, let's do engine number 2. Hopefully they've gone now. Yes, that's better. Oh, eat my fumes, Dark Fury. I'm bigger than you.
But I have traffic area check something someone.
Availability is 5, loud and clear.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Absolutely amazing. So engine 2 still spooling up. Hamish, what made me do this on 2020 and not 24? Lots of people want to see what this is like in flights in 2020.
5 Charlie, going to be taking line of Lima 7, runway 32 left via Alpha 11, Alpha Mike 2, Mike 12, and going to gate 7.
Okay, so we've got a good engine start. Let's get our checklist menu back up. Alright, so usual Airbus flows, engine starter to normal. APU bleed off, anti-ice not required. APU master is off. So then we're going to arm the spoilers, lift that up, 0 the rudder, and set flaps 1. Awesome detail. Okay, and then we'd set the trim. We can confirm the trim is set by arming the spoilers 29.2, and it is set 29.2. So anti-ice is off, ECAM is normal, pitch trim set for takeoff, rudder trim is neutral. Excellent, it's all there. Checklist is complete. Alright, so now that's done, I think we're ready to go. We'll do a flight control check. So if God, I hope this works in flights in 2020. So full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and then the rudder. Got full right, full left, neutral. Fantastic. Madrid traffic Iberia 721, taxi now, holding point Zulu 2436 left via Echo Alpha 6. Alright, so taxi light on.
Para has traffic Europa 5039, traffic
Auto
to
brake.
runway 36 left via Alpha Romeo Zulu 4.
Weather radar, predicting wind shear, all of that on.
Speedbird 598, taxi 36 left.
And TO config.
Holding point Zulu 3 by Echo Alpha 5, November 4, Bravo 3 and Zulu 3.
Okay, so we're taking Echo Alpha 5. I did shorten it. Dark's just given us the full taxiway there, but I'm not doing that. All ready to go. Yes, we can do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit once we're airborne. Okay, we're not very heavy today, so we shouldn't need too much thrust to get moving. There it is.
Madrid traffic, Tom 35, Charlie, extending us. See ya.
So I've got 2 on just there at the moment. Now you'll probably find this is really nice and easy to taxi, and well, that's because it is. It certainly is in Flight Sim 24. As I say, this is the first time that I've flown this in 2020. I've just seen the lift going up and down from the tower. That's awesome. I've never noticed that before. Take it nice and steady. No need to rush just because Dark Fury is behind us. I also thought we should probably do this stream in the daytime as well. No one wants a nighttime stream for a first look at a new aircraft. And the nose gear is right underneath where we're sat, which actually makes sort of taxiing quite nice to be able to follow. Flyco, can we have a look at the night lighting? Yeah, we can. In a little bit.
Barajas traffic, Iberia 06, on the localizer, 32 right. Iberia, Barajas traffic.
So we take this next right, and the runway threshold then is it's just here. Albuquerque, I don't think we've actually got a tail camera. It's sort of the limitation of the sim. It doesn't allow you to do it, sadly. I think I might have just gone one taxiway too far, but never mind. I should have taken the first right. Christian, you are right. This is one of the worst places to taxi. Thomas Crow, the cabin doesn't exist now. See, I took a wrong turn on purpose just for you, Dark, so you could get out of here. Madrid traffic of Iberia 721. We'll hold short, runway 36 left, and line up behind the departing British Airways.
Did you take a wrong turn?
I may have taken another wrong turn. All this bloody onboard technology now, I'm getting lost. Very typical.
Hey, I don't see the Iberia, but I see the speakers.
The Iberia is now on Romeo 5. Not sure why you can't see us. We are just approaching the it'll be the holding point Zulu 2 for runway 36 left.
Ah, yeah, you are in front of me. Thank you.
Got very worried there that he couldn't see us. And Madrid traffic, Iberia 71 lining up via Zulu 2, runway 36 left, and we'll just wait 2 minutes for separation from the British Airways. Okay, so we need to get all our lights on then.
Barajas traffic, Europa 5039, holding point, runway 36 left. Waiting 2 minutes for dispersion.
Istanbul's the same. It's all the parallel taxiways. They do my head in. Anywhere with parallel taxiways. Christian says if you can't see the A350, it's probably not a good idea to be a pilot. Yeah, it's not the smallest aircraft in the world, is it? Right, okay. So then, just give it a couple of minutes for Dark Fury to get out of our way. Do we have another checklist for this? Before takeoff checklist. So flight controls have been checked, flight instruments have been checked, both sides. We've done the briefing. VR has been set. Squawk is set. In fact, the only other thing I need to do is predict which that's all on TCAS, TARA. We're ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the flight plan, and then I'm going to flick this over. Get this back into arc mode then. There we go. Alright, let's go. Madrid traffic Iberia 721 departing now, runway 36 left and out to the north. Right, let me turn the engine sounds up then. Let's go. And flex SRS.
Badajoz traffic, Europa 539 Earth, lighting up and way, runway 36 left.
Knots.
V1.
Rotate.
Badajoz Iberia 060 Victor, runway 32 right, vacated.
Nav. Gear up. Thrust decline climb. Autopilot 1 engaged.
Badajoz traffic Iberia 05 título 5 miles final runway 32 left.
Christian, I wondered that. Did anybody else hear what sounded like a blown tyre as we departed? This aircraft doesn't feature random failures, so I hope not. Okay, flap 0 and spoilers disarmed.
Badajoz traffic, Europa 5039, takeoff, runway 36 left.
Okay, so spoilers, flaps, gear, get our lights off. It could have been dark exploding with the crash to desktop. Yeah, I did see that. That's really unlucky dark. At 7,000 feet, we've got no air traffic control, so we'll clear ourselves up. We'll go flight level 260. We'll leave that in managed climb, and let's push for standard pressure. So 260 blue. Oh, Dark, were you doing this in FS24? Ah, yes. Flight Sim 24 exploding. To be fair, this is the first time I've been in Flight Sim 2020 for a while. Okay, so we're on thrust decline. If we want to climb a little faster, I mean, to be fair, we're very light today, so this isn't a bad climb. But if we go on to... So where's it gone? It's over here. If I go into the... where have you gone? Oh, it was beeping at me. Oh, hang on. First officer's asleep. Let's just swap these back around. If I go back to the performance page and instead of auto derate, let's go to the normal climb. We'll climb a little bit quicker. We should have the weather radar actually turned on as well. Back on surveillance. So weather radar is on. Terrain radar is also on, although I don't actually see much in the way of terrain around there. And that's it, yeah. We are on our way to Heathrow. Takeoff was successful. All the pre-flight stuff was normal. And then you can see the V profile on the side there. Oh, Christian, of course we've got to turn it on the ethers, haven't we? Weather radar is there, and then terrain radar's there. You can't have both, of course. There's the terrain radar. You can only have terrain or weather. I don't think there's actually any weather to speak of today. It looks... yeah, it's pretty clear, isn't it? What I really want is some another aircraft on TCAS so you can see it, and then I can show you how you can actually interrogate it to see who it is. In fact, there's a way to do it, isn't there? Oh, it's on. Is it on the traffic page? Oh, there isn't any traffic around. That's a shame. Because that's really cool, where you can actually click onto an aircraft and it'll tell you who they are, where they're going, and a call sign as well. It's not picking up the one behind us. Mark, I didn't see that. How did you get on with it? And I have been in Flight Sim 2024 for ages. However, I've come back to 2020 because I think lots of people want to see this in 2020. Because if they're getting it, most people will probably get it in this. And do you know what? If you're going to get it, there's no reason not to get it. Just because if you buy it for Flight Sim 2020 and then eventually you upgrade to Flight Sim 2024, you get this free. It's part of the. It's the same price. It's all in one. Amazon, if we take the transporter to below, we might get it. I mean, we might do. We are climbing. Normally, we wouldn't do that whilst we're in the climb. Oh, there it is, look. There we go. That's was it an Aegean or something that just took off? There you are. So you can actually see, not just the aircraft, you can see the... zoom out. In fact, if I put it on plan mode, it might be a bit easier. Oh, it doesn't show on plan mode, does it? Oh, we've just lost him. But hopefully you saw him. You've got the call sign. Oh, there he is, look. Yeah. It tells you his bearing, how far away he is, his relative altitude as well to the call sign. So, you know, that's really great. You can spy another another aircraft when you're on VATSIM. So that's really neat. I need to set that back to where it should be now, which is obviously normal. Right, doesn't appear like we're getting the en route IFR to be working, but never mind. That's it. I know IniBuilds are still trying to sort something out with Navigraph, which is why my charts aren't working, as you can see. So I've got them backed up just here on my iPad. So a few of you were talking about the cabin and wing views, that sort of thing. Well, just before we do that, what's our cruise flight level today? Let's just go to performance. Cruising 3-4, Optimus 4-1, recommended map. Oh, wow, we're so low. So yeah, we can continue that climb. And we'll just pop that into open climb. So thrust climb, open climb. 340 blue. Hey, Clever Trevor. So in terms of setting up sort of custom views and things, even though there's no cabin in Flight Sim 2024, this is what you will be able to do. So they put some windows in, look, which is which is perfect, because then we can sort of go to these, come down and set up our custom views, so to speak. So there we go, and then we save them pressing the Control Alt and then a number 1 through to 0 at the top. So if I just start saving these views, then we'll just go around the aircraft, set these up, and then I can come back to them a little bit later. Peter ATCO is in the chat. Hey Peter, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Says he needs to change his name in words. He's not technical. Well, we're always going to know you, mate. We're always going to know you as an ATCO. And moving on to your training as well. ATCE mentor, yes, Christian, quite right too. You've actually got quite a lot of different sort of portholes you can set for your wing views. So I'm just going through and setting those en route. Simpilot A7, the FPS on this is very, very good. Very, very good, actually. Better than I expected it to be for the sort of fidelity level that we've got. I'm going to talk a little bit about the ECAM messages that we've got. Now, you'll be familiar, I'm sure, with things like the Phoenix ECAM and all of their warnings and things like that. Whenever something basically goes wrong, you get the ECAM message, you have to work through it. Well, the IniBuilds guys have done the same with this. You've got the exact same thing. I think they said it took one guy or a couple of guys a year to put. They've literally spent a year sorting out all the ECAM messages and the ECAM logic, because obviously you might get a failure on one thing and it can affect 3 or 4 different systems. So that is some work that they've gone through, and that will then allow you to be able to sort of practice abnormal ops, which for those hardcore simmers who want things to go wrong and not just, travel blindly day by day, that is great news. And really, I've only found the Phoenix aircraft capable of doing stuff like that, but then we know what the performance of the Phoenix is like because of all that under the hood logic going on. This is, very, very similar. Nikki 2048, does the Ini A350 have call-outs for RA altitudes? Yes, it does. Yeah, so when it's landing, you will hear the 100, 50, 40, 30 crash. Don't forget to flare. No, it doesn't say that, but how cool would it be? Right, so hopefully, if I've got these set up correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there we go. Some nice custom wing views to begin with, and I can also set the front view as well. And we're coming to flight level 340. And look at the speed. Mac alt cruise. David, can we show night lighting exterior with a wing view? We can. I don't want to do it while we're flying, because messing with the time while we're flying can mess up things in the flight plan and stuff like that, so I don't want to do that. Charlie, what do you think is a bigger release, this or the PMGG 777? that depends if you prefer Boeing or whether you prefer Airbus, I think. Right, let me go back to my surveillance page, and we want to set TCAS to below. So that's now done. Alright, so then at this point we'd cycle the SD pages. Now we're at cruise, so go have a look at our engines. They're all working fine. Look at that fuel flow. It's a bit different to the 320, isn't it? So we've got that. We've got our door pages. They're all closed and armed as well. Good to see. Didn't actually check that on the SD page. Brake temperatures are fine. All the active pressures are good. And total fuel use is 31. Fuel on board is 29. That's perfect. It adds up to 24 tons. That's what we departed with. The electrical page, all of that. Quick note on the electrical page then. So this shows very basic information actually to the pilots. So the various different generator buses that we've got there, I think they said that the AC 1A bus, for example, you can see here, there's like 7 buses involved in that, which again just goes to show the amount of detail they've gone into, because when you sort of if you get an electrical failure or something like that, then there is so much going on under the hood, and it's all been simulated as well. So high fidelity, really is. I don't want to use the word study level because that triggers a lot of people's expectations, but if we have a look at the there's a failures page somewhere, isn't there? Situations they call it, and failures, and there's lots of things here. So we've got engine failures, engine fires, battery failures, sec faults, all that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of failures, to be honest, when you compare it to the Phoenix, which has something stupid like 800 failures or something daft. But they are going to expand on these, which, you can, I believe you can turn them on and turn them back off again. So, yeah, you've got failures, and it says there, click on a failure toggle on or off immediately. And then we've got situations, but once the situation has been selected, you cannot reset it. So, depressurization, bird strike. Now, bird strike you can't do in 2020 by the looks of things. You can do, or maybe it's just, you might be able to. We might not be able to do it at 30,000 feet. That's why it's disabled. I'd need to check that on the ground. Dual engine failure, pilot's worst nightmare. And GPS jamming, that is very topical at the moment. GPS jamming, you're flying around sort of Cyprus and Israel, that kind of area. If you've never seen that, what happens is basically GPS jamming just confuses the aircraft's GPS. You can be at 30,000 feet. The aircraft won't have a clue where it is. It'll think it's flying towards a mountain. You'll get terrain warning saying pull up, and yeah, very disorientating. So there are things that pilots need to do to sort of mitigate that when they're flying around those sorts of areas. And so yeah, lots of things. I say they're going to expand on this as well. I'm going to come off that menu just in case I press one by mistake. So yeah, that's good. Let me just carry on working through the SD pages. So that's the DC page that we can see there, and all the generators and such. They're all working as they should be. Where are we? Hydraulics page. Yeah, so there we go. Interesting, they've got a green and a yellow. So there is all these basically back up all of the systems. I don't know too much about the architecture of the hydraulic system of the 350, so I don't know if there's like a blue backup system. I'm not sure if there is or not, but these are just so well backed up it might not actually need them. Flight control page, yeah, they're all fine obviously. APU page, don't need that. Bleed air page, so that's just telling us essentially what we've got. We've got a condition page as well, see what the temperature's like. Tells you the temperature of the cargo and the flight deck as well. Now, I'm going to find this up here. So if we go to, look, so we've got the cockpit, we can turn that up, and then the cabin we can either choose to set that ourselves, or if you turn it all the way down to the bottom it goes to purser select. So that is basically the cabin crew. Now they can control the temperature of the cabin. It's currently 20 to 21, so that's down to them to control. And I think, have they included it? They have in the Flight Sim 2024 edition. Have they got this this working? Oh, I don't know if they have. But in 2024, this all works, and you can go to the passenger systems, and that is where you set the lights in the cabin. That is where you can set the temperature and stuff like that. Obviously, you can do it in the flight deck. But yeah, that's another feature of Flight Sim 24. Hey Steve Bassett, good to see you. Joseph, upgrading anything will definitely improve performance. More so, I think, in 2024 than 2020. But yeah. Nikki, yeah. Sorry, he says that's not what I meant. The other callouts from other streamers were like 150/40, like the A3-2X family. However, the 350 and 380 have additional callouts for higher altitudes, 90, 80, 70, 60. I don't know if, and it's certainly not something I can customize, I don't think. Well, we're going to have a look in the EFB in a minute whilst we're flying. I mean, we're at cruise now anyway, aren't we? We'll have a look, see if I can see if we're going to sort that out, and we'll look through the settings page, see what else is available there. Yeah, so just coming back down to that, that's the condition page, and then we've got obviously pressurization page, just confirming that all of this is fine. The delta pressure there is much higher than the 320. I think 8 is the limit on the 320, but obviously get a little bit higher here than the in the 350. But yeah, really neat. Everything all in its place, and as I say, it's just so detailed. They've done an absolutely fantastic job on this. And if you have been flying the fly-by-wire 380, you are going to feel quite at home in this. Clever, do the seats animate? I think they do. Honestly, can't remember. Yes, they do. There you go. Yeah, they even go up and down. Yeah, there you go. For anyone that really wants to play with them. Do these move? So these are the indications. So every pilot, when he gets into the flight deck, they'll have their sort of perfect viewing point, and they'll want to sit at the same sort of level in every plane they go into. And so they know that they might be a G7 or something like that, and that's what they'll set it to, so they get the same eyeball point every time. So if I move those, do these move as well? Right, that's to get in and out. I don't think they are doing, are they? No, they're not. I mean, that would have been really nice. Right, how do I get this to go back down? It's... I don't want to set that high up. Where's the click spot for down? Oh, there it is. Oh, no, lost it. Some of the click... do you know, if I had to say there's only one thing about this aircraft that annoys me, some of the click spots are a bit annoying, for the want of a better phrase. There we go. Yeah, and I don't think that's moved the numbers, has it? No, it hasn't. But there you are. Am I looking forward to chase playing Captain Beanie? I am. That was one of my favourite add-ons ever. So definitely looking forward to that. So just going back to the performance of it, we've got Seville down there now. I think Seville and Barrett's in the corner, just over here. And I think, yeah, there we go. Look, we've got lots of traffic. Lots of traffic around us, which is really cool to see. So this is awesome. Loving the traffic page on this. So Iberia. Look, it tells you everything about it. That is fantastic, isn't it? is so neat. So in terms of the performance that we were going to talk about, the fact that all of these textures that they've got, they say they are 1K textures to help with performance. They don't look it though, do they? They absolutely don't look it. Charlie, thank you very much for joining us tonight, mate. I know it's a late stream this evening, so yeah, great to have you on board. Thank you for, as I say, for joining us. So one thing that we can do here, this is I do like this. So get FMS. That's FMS 2. Let's go back to our flight plan. There, just so we've got the flight plan on there, we can see what's sort of happening. So these times here, obviously, what's the time in the sim? Do you know what? Where's the clock? I've not looked for that. Have we got a chrono in this thing? Anyone know where the clock is? I have no idea what time it is in the sim. Is it under the cruise page? Of course it is. Yes, I'm looking for the the old A320 kind of clock. Yeah, there's a clock there. So 15:17, and we're going to be getting in at 16:33. So about an hour and 10 minutes before we're at Heathrow. I love the fact that this is a real-world route as well. So if anyone's looking for a decent length route to fly in their A350, because what I want you to do, I think, when you get a brand new aircraft like this, the worst thing you can do is take it for a short flight. It doesn't give you time to get familiar, find all the features, familiarise yourself with the intricacies of it, where all the menus are and things like that. So I think you've got to do a decent length flight, just so you can find out where the clock is, for example. Peter, ATCO mate, I completely missed that. Thank you so much for your post-departure donation, Peter. Thank you for that, my friend. And when you were on the ground controlling, you must have loved seeing the A350, because it's a gorgeous aircraft, and it's got performance. It's not like the A340 or anything like that. It's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous looking. I'm sure you'll agree. I do think it's probably the best looking aircraft in the skies. So if anyone missed it right at the start of the stream, we're now flying a nicely weathered aircraft. I'm going to show this off because I think this is amazing. So, look at all the streaks and dirt underneath the windows. Remember all those streaks and dirt underneath the windows. And then if I go to... oh, where is it? Is it options? Aircraft, yeah, I've turned aircraft weathering all the way up to 4, but I can actually then turn it down, and then look, it's had a wash. I don't know how they have done that, but that is just brilliant. The fact you can do that is amazing. Because of course, what we normally get is lots of different liveries, don't we? We get a we get a clean livery, we get a dirty livery, we can get very dirty liveries, but the ability to be able to do that, I think, is very, very good, very clever. Oh, excuse me. Vietnamese style, how do you do a barrel roll? Would you fancy a tutorial for that? Probably rip the wings off. Christian, add mask and oat. Oh, Christian, don't spoil the magic. Don't tell us that. We want to be left thinking that, ooh, it's amazing. How have they done that? Don't go and tell us how it's done. Let me be happy in my ignorance. Fun Droppers IniBuilds announced any specific time when they're going to be releasing this aircraft? No. I mean, so it wasn't until 1 PM today that they dropped the NDA for us streamers to be able to showcase this off. So we'd had the aircraft for a few days to sort of prepare content, get used to it and things like that. But they basically just all sent us an email today and went, right, NDA's dropped, off you go. Yes, Christian, thank you, it's real dirt. Thank you to our new followers as well over on Twitch, and our new subscribers today as well. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying the stream watching on YouTube, please do us a huge favour, and it is a huge favour, hitting that like button. Also remember, of course, if you're watching this and you're purchasing anything from the Contrail store, we've got our special discount code down there at the bottom. Make a note of that if you want to use it at a later date. It'll save you 10% off your purchases. One-time use code only though, so obviously use it wisely. And then of course tomorrow, when the IniBuilds A350 does get released, if you use our link in the video description down below, and I'll pop that on YouTube, I'll pop that on onto our Discord as well. If you use our link to purchase that, that also helps to support the channel, so I would be very, very appreciative of anyone using that link. It makes no difference to you, but does make a big difference to us. So thank you in advance for anyone who's going to use that link and help support us via that. So yes, Little Spotter coming tomorrow, but no idea what time yet. Berg, are there any major differences between 2020 and 2024 versions, or just the cabin? I think the cabin is the biggest difference. The cabin, the avionics bay. I mean, to be honest, having spent a good few hours in the 2024 edition, and I'm now in the 2020 edition for the first time tonight live, in terms of the actual flight deck and flying and setup and all of that stuff, I can't see or come across any differences at all. So the cabin is most certainly the biggest difference. One thing I will do as well, let's just go through and have a look at these. I'll use the screen over here. Right, let's just go through and have a look at some of the aircraft settings now, because this is something that I didn't want to spend a lot of time on the ground doing. I want to get into the air. So obviously we've got the aircraft settings set to the alignment, real, fast, instant, etc. Linked instruments. Yeah, let's link the captain and the first officers. The ISIS, the integrated standby instrument, that's this one down here. Don't link that, because we do set this to different pressures at different times. For example, I had to set that. Rudder controls the tiller. No, because I have a separate axis for that. Auto rudder, disconnect. No, I'll leave that to no for now. And display type new and old. This adds bezels, so I think if we go to the old display type, I'm not actually sure. Oh, there you go. Right, so that's the old display type. That's the new display type. Oh, I don't like that. Which do you prefer, guys? New or old? I think I like the old one. I like the Airbus blue. No, that looks too Boeing-esque. I'm gonna leave it on my Airbus blue. Andy, how does the weather change the wing textures? Do they get super dirty? I've not flown it enough, Andy, to find out. EFP bright, auto EFP brightness, nah. Auto day night charts, no. Aircraft weight in kilograms. EFP boot time instant. So yeah, if you don't have this set to instant, you can be waiting for quite a while. This is just a flying computer. So there is a computer in there. There's a computer the other side. Where are you? In here, and they are just basically big computers. Hopefully not running Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, Peter, mate, another super chat. That's incredible. Thank you for your support. Says, I'm back in the saddle, getting my first batch of ATC cadets on Monday, expecting the worst. Peter, they are in very, very good hands. They are very, very lucky. You're gonna have to come on and tell us how they all get on. I swear I'm gonna come across and film one of your teaching sessions. We'll do a video on what it takes to be an ATCO and what training's involved. But does it have weather radar? Yes, it does. Although I can turn it on, but I don't think it's going to show you very much. The weather's pretty good today. So nothing to see here, I'm afraid. Steve, you can get down into the avionics bay in this aircraft, yes, but only in Flight Sim 2024. No, Clever, you can't even open the hatch in 2020. That's just 2024. Right, so equipment. Now, depending on the airline and the livery you're flying, sometimes this is already pre-selected for you. So standby nav display is on. Taxi camera lights, turn that on if you want. ADF, do they still use those? Does that put an ADF in somewhere? No idea. SATCOM, yeah, we want a SATCOM. What type of batteries? Lithium or NiCad batteries. Socket outlets. Oh, would Iberia pay for 4 socket outlets? Are they on the back there? I don't know where they actually put those. I mean, that is one heck of an optional extra, isn't it? Oh, I've got something cool I've not shown you yet. So socket outlets. Forward lav vent. No idea. Yeah, okay. Light type. Oh, you can change the yeah, you can change the lights from LEDs if you want. And then brake fans are an optional as well. Prop, does the taxi camera work? No, it doesn't. Steve, is there a reason I want 2020 tonight? Yeah. So I think most streamers, myself included, did sort of like their preview, the release video in Flight Sim 2024. I still think the majority of people are rocking Flight Sim 2020. So, lots of people want to see what that's like. So, I thought, let's do a full first Flight Sim 2020, and you then get to see the differences from what you've seen throughout the rest of the day, and hopefully that's not been a bad idea. Peter, after come over, talk about the training. What was that? Do you know what, Peter? We might have to arrange that. That could be very educational. Noto, is there a bird strike available? Not at 36,000 feet, but on the ground, yes. Then we've got external, so wing hooks. Oh, that could be quite cool. Hang on. So they're off at the moment. And actually, yeah, there's none there, is there? So if we come back, put those on. And can we see those now? Are they there? They should be. Oh yeah, there it is. I've had to stick my head out of the window for that. Andy, the performance is better than Phoenix, or it is for me. So we've obviously got the blended wing fences, or sharklets, whatever you want to call them. And then we've got long sharklets or short sharklets. So short. Do they make a big difference? Oh, is that one painted? Oh well, which do you want? We can have the short ones with the livery, or without. Fuel jettison, yeah. So not all aircraft are able to jettison fuel. I'll leave that off for now. Throttle calibration, we've done that. Sounds, we've done that. Has anyone actually heard the cabin crew? I'm not sure I've heard them, to be honest. I think I heard them right at the start. That gear when it comes up, and when we approach Heathrow later and we drop the gear down, you hear it drop directly underneath you. It's awesome, really good. You can turn up the volume of the aircraft as well if you wish. Although it is usually quite it's a quiet aircraft to fly, this one, so don't be surprised if you find that it's quieter than you imagined when you're in the cabin. Third party, that's all being linked. And then there are a couple of other modes as well. So away from keyboard mode, what's that? Autopilot disconnects that occur during the compression will pause the simulator. Oh, just in case. Oh, okay, that makes good sense. Pause at top of descent if you're basically doing a long haul and then want to come back for the arrival, so that's a great feature to have. A lot of these features are sort of features that you really could do with if you're flying a long haul aircraft. So you can obviously change how far away you want. I wouldn't want to... top of descent, you normally want to brief that about 80 miles away from top of descent, so if you wanted the full briefing, then probably change that to 80 miles. Auto ground power unit disconnect. This is very important. I've got that set to no. I did have it set to yes, and what I did was I turned the beacon light on. The moment you turn the beacon light on, the ground power disconnects, and I'd not got the APU running, so everything went silent and disappeared. It was very sad. So I'm leaving that turn to no for the time being. Auto step climb, got that set to no. So time compression, we can have that set to auto and up to 4 times sim rate for extra long hauls. We're not doing that today, obviously. We're not doing a massively long flight. It's about 2 hours flight time, so I'm happy to leave that as it is. And auto import step climb, left that off as well. So yeah, lots of different things that we've got there. We've got the landing performance calculator as well, so we can we'll get all the information we need from that. We can sync SimBrief, or we can sync the FMS. If I sync SimBrief for now, and then I can get the weather conditions that we've got at the moment. We're landing 27 left. I've not got the landing weight in just there. Do we sync the FMS for that? I was given the landing weight there. We can go in and change that. We will go in and change that. We'll do that properly. And then we've got config full or config 3. Does this actually have a GPWS for config 3 on the overhead? And if it's not on the overhead, it might be somewhere else. Or it might not need it. That's obviously might be a difference between 320 and 350. If you remember the 320, if you're doing a flaps 3 landing, you have to tell the GPWS system that you're doing flaps 3, otherwise it'll just bark at you. Too low, flaps. Landing technique, manual. Hair raising. And brake mode will be... no, set it to manual. Reverse is no. For computation. Can I show you the failures? Yeah, I can. Where are they? They are under... Oh, this is a page we've not had a look at. I'll just quickly show you the failures. So here you've got some situations that you can trigger, and then you're done. You have to play these out, otherwise it doesn't work. And Ahmed says in the perf page you have landing config 3. Yeah, you do, but I was just looking for the push button on the overhead like the 320 if it was there. But the A350 is more advanced. You probably don't have that. And then current failures available. All of these are available for you to check out. And you can trigger those on and off. So let's just go back to not that one. Maintenance. We've had a good look at this one. So maintenance options. We've got left engine, right engine. Basically, if something breaks, you can fix it. We've got the fueling panel. We can reset the slides if you have been daft enough to open them whilst they were armed. Refill the hydraulics page. Deploy or stow the rat. Then you've got the battery replacement, because obviously you've got battery status here. Now, I think these are linked to the livery, so if we just flew this aircraft for, you know, hundreds of miles, all of these would start to go down. Here you can see the hydraulics, yellow and green, and the oil. I think it uses something like half a quart per hour, if memory serves. So you can service the hydraulics, service the engines, APU oil quantity, service the APU. Then replace the brakes and also replace the tyres. So you can do the walk around actually and start to see the brakes if they need wearing, and presumably if these are starting to look a bit, they might just change colour. Noise tweet. Can we access the FB externally via a browser or a tablet? No, you can't. But I'll be honest with you. In this aircraft, I don't really think you need to. So you've obviously got it there. If you want, you can pop it down here. So yeah, I don't think you need to quite as much. I'm really frustrated that the navigraph's not working just yet, because I could have the charts up on here and having the charts there whilst you're flying the approach. So rather than having your EFB sort of stuck over here somewhere, which is no good to anyone in a simulator, it's really neat and really, really nice. So yeah, it's just I'm not too upset that we've not got an external EFB. I mean, that might come in the future. Peter ATCO still continues to show absolutely incredible support, gifting 10 EasyJet Pilot channel memberships to our community. Welcome to our new community members, courtesy of Peter once again. Peter, you absolute legend. Massive supporter of the channel, and if anyone's got any questions regarding air traffic control, he's the guy to ask, because he's just recently retired from being a live air traffic control officer. And was it this week, Peter, you say you're starting with the cadets? So he's now going to be training air traffic controllers. So honestly, anyone who's got any questions with ATC, Peter is the person to direct those questions to. Organ says, yeah, I noticed this as well, Organ. Anyone using Aviaplanet, it's been offline for a few hours, but before you go getting different charts, it's just come back online. Oh, it has come back. Ah, good, because I was looking for it, I'll be honest, because I've now got used to using Lido charts rather than the Jefferson charts in the sim. Virtual Norwegian Sailor, we are indeed on VATSIM. Christian, any question? Well, if we can have it sort of related to air traffic control, I'm sure Peter would appreciate that. And he says apparently IniBuilds have now fixed the navigraph issue they mentioned on the Discord as part of their relaunch. Excellent. Good. Good. I'll obviously need to update this then. When the centre is online at VATSIM, should you request the start of descent? If centre's online, ATC will usually give it to you, but what we can say to them is basically IBRSM 2-1, request descent please, and then it's up to them. Yeah, Organ, I was wondering. I did wonder what happened. I mean, I think is it something like £3 a month for Avia Planner, which I really like. Although it's becoming a bit redundant now. We've got all those charts in native 2024. I just thought we'd have a silent moment there whilst we had a little aerial walk around. What a gorgeous looking plane. Can you set random failures as you come on? No, not yet. Christian says it's like the child of a 380 and a 330. Right, you know, we've seen this plane long enough now, and I'm going to ask the question. So tomorrow is obviously at release day. So will you be buying the A350 on release day? Yes or no? Start the poll. And we'll see how we get on with that. What a beautiful aircraft! And even though we're in Flight Sim 2024, yes, you can still have wing views. Clever says if it's even half as good as the 380, then yes. Oh, Clever, I would say most certainly is. I haven't spent a massive amount of time in the 380 and the 350, obviously, but I would say yes. I think you might be right. It could probably be twice as good. Naeem, does it work with separate software? No, it doesn't, which is why it will be coming to Xbox as well, I believe. Boeing Whistleblower. What a great name on Twitch. Thank you for following. Isn't the whole part of whistleblowing being anonymous? Steve says, I'd love to buy it, but it's a lot of money. Perhaps eventually I will buy it, but for now, just enjoy watching others fly. Steve, that's absolutely fine, isn't it? Because it is a lot of money. It's, what is it, £72? Which is a lot of money for an aircraft. Lemon says, I will buy, but where to get the time with children to a long-haul flight? I see what you're saying. What you need to do is you need to start the flight whilst they're at school, plan to land when they're in bed. Notice, are these views custom view? No, these views are ones that I've set up. I've set these views up today, literally during our flight. We got up to cruise and then we went for a bit of a walk around. James, why do strobes have an auto on them? Basically, I don't actually know why they use that, to be honest. All it means is when there's no weight on the landing gear, they will come on. And as part of the pre-cockpit preparation, pre-flight preparation, the pilots will set it to auto. Maybe just in case they forget to actually turn it on when they're taking off. Organ says, unfortunately, I just can't justify 72 quid. Lovely aircraft though, and hats off to them. Again, yeah, it is a lot of money. But at the same time, how much was the... I'm not trying to convince anyone to purchase this, by the way. You know, I'm completely independent on that. If you like it, great. If you like it but can't justify it, completely understand. But compare it to the cost of a PMDG 777 and then all the different 737 variants that they've come out with, I just think IniBuilds have got the pricing structure for this pretty good. I always wonder if live weather's not working when I see a clear skies, but I can just see some clouds in the distance there. Captain, do I know what sensitivity settings, turbulence settings are recommended? I don't actually. It's probably a bit too new to tell. Hey Daz Higgy, good to see you, mate. Says interestingly, the A350 costs more than the basic flights in 2024 price. Yes, it does, but this wouldn't be the first aircraft to do that. Peter, buy yourself the A350. Definitely buy yourself the A350. We don't need the pre-donation. We don't need the pre-departure, pre-briefing, and post-departure donations. Get yourself the A350. It's probably better value. Clever will Contrail have it tomorrow? I don't know how they're going to be doing that, Clever. I think it might just be through the IniBuilds website. Right, one thing I've not actually looked at is how we get things like en route weathers and such like that. There's got to be a way of doing it, hasn't there? So, a secondary flight plan, not even use that. That's for CPDRC, we're not going to be using that. You can use VATSIM or say intentions as well if you're not flying on the VATSIM network. Don't think we're going to get the ATIS unless they're online. If they're online, then we should do. Oh, nice. That has come through. Oh, that's nice. Although, that doesn't look like an ATIS to me. That looks much more like a METAR, which is fine if no ATIS is available. Alright, so this is how we get the this is how we get the en route weather then, isn't it? Let's pick somewhere that hasn't got... Is there... Anyone know anywhere that's not got any VATSIM coverage? I'm just going to double check this. I like that you can then just update those. Madrid didn't have any VATSIM coverage when we left, did it? Send that off. Yeah, these are ATIS messages because ATIS are much larger than that. So yeah, that's how we get get our weather. Brian says, nice to see boats in the water in 2020. Hardly see them in 2024. Yeah, this is true. Basically, because I have our settings reduced. That's probably why we don't see that money. I know, got a question regarding 2024 on your PC and 2020. If you have them both installed, is there bugs or conflicts? No, there's not, because they're two separate community folders. They're two separate programs. I've got both installed on this system, Flight Sim 2020 and Flight Sim 2024, so you can do both. Oh, Peter, I did forget IVAO. Yes, you're right. David says he just bought all the wing stuff for the A320, so he needs to stick with that unless anyone knows a good divorce lawyer. Hey, Wings of Metal, good to see you. Says the new golden age of flight sim just keeps on giving. Well, this is a golden aircraft. It is really, really nice. Can't deny that. And Kieran, yeah, performance is fantastic. It really is very, very good. Better than I expected it to be. Philip, are you right saying you can pre-select the QNH now? Yes, you can. So what you do for that, we've just got the QNH actually for Heathrow. QNH is 1017, so whilst you're in standard pressure, if you turn it, that's how you pre-select 1017. So there we go, and that should sync as well over here now. Oh well, it might do. I'm sure I set the options to sync it up. You can't do it down here though, obviously. Lemon says he's off to bed, up early for a new day. Then a new day with the A350. Thanks for the streams today. You are more than welcome, Lemon. Thank you for joining us on our streams today. Captain Norbert, that is a good shout. So Finnair, if you want to fly some, well, short long-haul routes, Finnair are a very good shout. They do Helsinki too. I think they do Amsterdam. I think they do Brussels. They then go down to the Canary Islands as well. So long-haul routes through Europe, which is really, really nice. Hey Mona, good to see you. So let's just have a quick look at our flight plan and getting into Heathrow, because I don't do Heathrow that often, so it's probably worth briefing. So we're coming in on Roxog. Is this the one hotel arrival, isn't it? And we're coming on 27 left this evening. So let's go through. Yeah, there we are. So just checking, we've got Roxog, Tog, Cathy. Oh no, Cathy's in a not part of the star, but it is a holding point that we can be told to go to if we need to. Then we've got Bechtoe, Hazel, flight level 130. You can see that is constrained just here. Then after that, we've got LS01, speed constraint 200 knots. Ockham, flight level 70, not quite sure why it's listing it as 7010, but there you are. And a max speed of 220 knots, so that's fine. And then after Ockham, we've got the arrival into London Heathrow's 27 left. We'll go into the performance page then, and we'll set that up. If I can just go over here, go to our D-ATIS, and then I've got information for it. So performance, don't activate the approach phase, not yet. Go to our approach page. Okay, so winds at Heathrow reported 270 at 8. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. So, we've obviously got the tray table, but of course it's not just a tray table. Haha. Peter says he's off to bed, promised to miss drive to work tomorrow, and she starts at 7 out. I know! My wife now has to get up at 5:30 in the morning when she's on a morning shift. I end up getting up as well. I don't need to get up at that time. Yeah, look at this. This is so cool. Not actually sure if it works. What was the wind? 2708. Does that work? No. Well, it doesn't work in flights in 2020. I'm not sure it works in 2024. But yeah, I thought that was rather cool. And I can never put this damn thing away because I can't find the click spot for it. Oh, that's my footrests. Oh, come on. Where are you? There you are. Stow with care. Right, I'll put those winds in. 270 at 8. Outside air temperature is 5 degrees. QNH 1017. And then the minimums for our arrival today, the weather's good, it's going to be cat one stuff, 277. For a manual landing. And we'll do config 4. So all that's nicely filled in. PK, can you still plot the arrival runway bearing of the fixed page to see the extended centre line? I know what you mean by tidying up the flight plan. Yeah, how would you do that one here? So you'd go flight plan page, you'd then select, you'd go direct to, and then you'd put the inbound course in, wouldn't you? If we get vectored, I'll have a look at doing that. I think that is how that would be done. Tantaglesia, what can I say about the performance of the 350? Is it similar to 320 from Phoenix? No, it's definitely better. It is definitely better. Cool snap, will it come at midnight? No. It's Hassan, good to see you. Andrew, you were up at 4:30 this morning due to your niece having a bad dream. She's 9, it was awful. Oh, I imagine it was, I've been there. Not the bad dream, or the niece, but just the children. Brian, are there any links to external devices that I'm aware of, like the Phoenix, for example? In what sense, Brian? Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean there. It surprised me as well, Tantaglias. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. But yeah, it did surprise me as well. I didn't expect it to be this good, to be honest. But it is. Right, I'm just having a look at this. So we've got London Control. They are online. We've got Heathrow Approach online, and Heathrow Ground is online. So let's see if we can pick up Heathrow ATIS then, because we're going to have to do this properly, which would be nice. ATC to finish our flight this evening. If they're still there when we get there. 128080. Let's have a listen. So on here, 128080.
270 degrees 9 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. No clouds detected. Temperature +6. Dew point +3. QNH 1017 hectopascal. Acknowledge receipts of information Foxtrot and advise aircraft type and series on first contact with Heathrow.
Just checking we're on 27 left.
This is Heathrow Airport information Foxtrot at time 2150 Zulu. Automatic. Arrival runway 27 left. Departure runway 27 right.
Perfect.
Transition level. Flight level 70. Large flocks of birds have been observed within the vicinity of the aerodrome. Surface wind 270 degrees 9 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. No clouds detected. Temperature +6.
I absolutely love it when Vaxim air traffic controllers put things like that into the 80s, because that's really cool. And of course, this aircraft, you can get those bird strikes and get damage with it. So we're 80 miles from Roxog at the moment. That is the arrival that we will be doing. Oh, looks like London Control. Do they want it already? Fantastic. 12783.
Degrees. Heading 170, altitude 170, 43.
London Control, good evening. Iberia 721 A350 with Foxtrot inbound Rev 2, flight level 340.
Iberia 721, good evening. Squawk 5671, Roxor 1 hotel arrival.
Squawk 5671, Roxor 1 hotel, Iberia 721. Surveillance page, enter that squawk. Which was what? 5671.
Hotel 21 November, Squawk 1040, Monarch 872.
Monarch 872, when ready, descend, flight level 160 to be level by Vaton, route direct Vaton.
Hey, Captain Beanie, you're on the ground, fantastic.
Descend flight 160 to be level.
Look forward to chatting with you there. Could you give us a heads up on where we're parking, Captain Beanie? I don't do Heathrow very often, so if I can get a heads up on a parking stand,
good evening.
that would be amazing.
26 Alpha Mike, flight level 360. Twin 26 Alpha Mike, London, hello to you, score 3470, Barmy 1 Golf arrival for 26 left. Squawk 3470, Barmy 1 Golf arrival, Griffin 26 Alpha Mike. AB 17 Juliet Yankee, 34 miles to run, descend to altitude 4,000 feet on the QNH 1015.
10 4,000 feet on 1015, baby 17 Juliet Yankee.
Okay, so we're going to look at brake to vacate then.
Swiss 8, London, roger. Shuttle 4 Golf Victor, descend flight level 90 to be level by Ockham.
So Captain Beanie says we're coming in Terminal 5.
Descend flight
That's
level 90
fine.
to be level at Ockham, Shuttle 4 Golf Victor.
So I reckon if we look to
898 Alpha Hotel, resume own navigation direct Coxey, Kilo Oscar
get off at November 6, should be good. Maybe November 7, just in case I mess up the landing and float a bit.
Juliet, sorry, Tango Juliet even, fly heading 320 degrees, vectoring for the ILS 26.
Fly heading 320 degrees and vectors for ILS 26, so Logan Air 67 Tango Juliet.
It's the 61 on the X-ray, sorry, can take you either right or I can go you all the way round to the left to intercept.
So just want Heathrow Airport to load up here.
Let's go left, left 290, cleared ILS 26.
Right 290, cleared ILS 26, EV61.
Zooming a bit more.
I did say left, so left all the way round to the left 260.
So left 26, ED61, November, bye-bye.
Iberia
And
721, when ready, descend flight level 130.
when ready, descend flight level 130, Iberia 721.
Shuttle 4 Golf Victor contact Heathrow direct to 119.730, bye-bye.
1973, shuttle
So
4
top of
Golf
descent
Victor.
is in about 5 minutes.
Good
Yeah,
evening,
so-
Alpha Mike, request descent.
We're going to look at
Griffin
vacating
26 Alpha Mike, descend flight level 260,
November
contact London
yeah, let's go
control
November 6th.
127.105. Descent flight level 260, contact London bus
November 7th. Yeah, November 7th.
105, good evening, 26 Alpha
So
Mike.
let's select it.
Easy 5, 1 Echo Yankee with you at 5,000.
Why can't we break to vacate?
251 Echo Yankee,
there we
hello, climb now, flight level 80.
Right, so that's break to vacate all selected.
Climbing flight level 80.
And it is dry weather conditions, so that's fine. Break to vacate is now out.
249, request higher. So the climb file 320, speed of 249.
Captain Beanie, I think we have got the Hoppies plug-in with UK controllers
Like an
set.
F67 Juliet
So,
Tango, descend to altitude 2,000 feet, QNH 1.
if you let me know what the log-on code is, we'll be able to log on for you.
2,000 feet for Logan F67 Juliet. Baby 17 Juliet Yankee, left turn heading 260 degrees.
Oh, it does it
descend to
automatically, doesn't it, I think?
2,500 feet, further to glide path, 23 right.
Left turn 260, descend 3,500, correction 2,500, then it's further with a glide 23 right, easy, yeah, correction, baby 17 Juliet Yankee.
But we've definitely got Hoppies all sorted in the setup, so yes, should be all right.
Is you 58 Mike Extra London, hello to you, climb down, follow 170.
170, 58 Mike X-ray. 6 on runway X-ray
So
confirming.
top of descent is just there.
Hey, firm, cleared LS26 and also now clear to land. Surface wind is 280 degrees turned on.
At Roxog. So we'll get the constraints, they're already turned on. QNH at Heathrow was, what was it, 1017, so we'll set that ready for our descent. We'll find out, Captain Beanie, if that's working. Yeah, should be automatic, like you say. It is in the Phoenix aircraft, isn't it?
Baby 17 Juliet Yankee, once fully established on the local ISO for 23 right, free call Manchester Tower 118.630, good evening.
Okay, once we're established 23 right, we'll give the tower call, 118.
London ATC are on very late tonight, that is amazing.
Juliet Yankee, thanks so much, good night.
Good evening. Is 61 runway X-ray after landing, standard choice.
After landing, standard choice for ED6 on runway X-ray, thank you very much.
Relevant 347, heading for takeoff. 1347, roger. Landed traffic at 4 miles is EasyJet A320. After the landing traffic, line up on 827 behind. After the landing traffic, line 126, speedbird 13247. Viking Air 1559, a contact London Control 127.
So I really like being able to see the flight plan here. Everything's sort of in view, isn't it, rather than having it down there like you have it in the 320.
Easy 51 Echo Yankee, climb file 150.
Climbing flight level 150.
Captain Beamy, mate, thank you so much for the prime sub. Really
Easy
appreciate it.
58 Mike X-ray, climb file 370.
670, 58 Mike X-ray.
Speedbird 249, climb file 340. Speedbird 249, climb file 340. Climb file 340, Speedbird 249.
Noisy Twit, we've already done it. Yeah, 1017. We're already setting ahead of you, mate.
49 Delta Papa, descend flight level 80.
787
Descend
will
flight level
350
80,
come to the
Delta
marketplace?
Papa.
Yes. Yes, I believe it is doing. Thank you to all the new followers and subscribers that are coming in at the minute. We're getting very close now to 50,000 subscribers, guys, on YouTube, which is incredible. What are we at now? 49,000.
98 Alpha Hotel Brussels.
741.
Unicorn 1228. Bye bye.
120, thank you very much, and have a good one, meeting 900 Hotel.
So,
London Centre,
259. We need 259 more.
28434. Charlotte 201, London, hello to you, climb file 350, route direct to Bognor. Flying 350, en route direct to Bognor for Shamrock 201.
Burning Man says, thank you for the Autumn Atmos presets. Oh, we should have used that tonight. I've not got it running. Completely forgot about
Griffin 2
that.
Foxtrot Charlie, hello to you. It's a Vastus 1 Golf arrival for 26 left. When ready, descend, fly level 130.
Vastus 1 Golf 26 left, when ready.
787 says, how is this compared to the IniBuilds 330? I think this is far better. This is far better.
EC49 Delta pop up, vector in for straight and approach for 23 right, fly heading 230 degrees.
Wow, London Control is literally doing all of the UK if they're
EC49
vectoring.
Delta pop up, vector in for the RLS approach 23
Vectoring
right,
for Manchester.
straight in, fly heading 230.
Flight in 230, EC49 Delta Papa.
Logan 069 Tango Juliet, left turn heading 290 degrees, you clear for the RLS 26.
Cleared ILS 26 and just confirm the left to 260 is that for Logan 067 Tango Juliet.
And 290.
So
left to 290,
that's Heathrow approach on the standby. 787 is the PMDG study level. Which one? PMDG's always been very, very good.
721 descend 130 level Hazel.
Descend flight level 130 level by Hazel, Iberia 721. Right, down we go.
Echo Yankee, climb file 230.
Okay, and
EC51 Echo Yankee, climb file
130 blue.
230.
And once it's level by Hazel. 130 Hazel, yeah, that's okay. It's in the box.
Griffin 2 Foxtrot Charlie, redirect Holly.
Redirect Holly, Griffin 2 Foxtrot Charlie.
So in just the actual moment, it's going to struggle to make it. I
I
didn't think we were late on the descent.
Departure.
21347, thank you. The surface wind is 280 degrees, 10 knots, runway 26, clear takeoff.
It is actually adjusting. Look at the speed that's dropping.
Logan S7,
To catch up with the profile.
Juliet.
Which is fine as long as it remains away from MMO.
270 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26, you are clear to land, either land in parking choice.
And it is going to catch up with the profile.
Clear to land 36 right and after land in parking.
Here it comes.
So Logan S67 Juliet.
Perfect.
EC49 Delta Papa, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
787, it does have failures, yes.
Descend 4,000 and manage to begin H1015, EC49 Delta Papa.
And more failures to come in the future.
Under control, good evening, G35 Victor Lima, climb in 4,000 feet.
Sam, the flight's been going extremely well.
35 Victor Lima, hello to you, climb now, flight level 120.
Very well indeed.
Climb flight level 120, G35 Victor Lima.
So we approach the south coast of the UK. There's the Isle of Wight beneath us.
Shamrock 38 Whiskey, Shannon is offline, continue on Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
That is no 1228, Shamrock 38 Whiskey, cheers, bye-bye.
1347, passenger 176.
21347, thank you, climb now, flight level 230, direct Oris.
230 by us, 135%.
She's just beautiful, isn't she?
Monarch 872, contact London Control 127.
Okay, let's just give it a bit of a helping hand getting down. Bit of some spoilers out.
EC35 Victor Lima, fly heading 220 degrees.
220 degrees, EC35 Victor Lima.
AC, I think the plane is very, very good and FPS friendly indeed.
EC49 Delta Papa, turn right 5 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 23 right, descend with the glide path.
Right 5 degrees and descend 3,000 and cleared out approach 23 right, descend with the glide easy following Delta Papa.
Prince Light, you don't need to buy both. Buy one and you receive both. So you only have to make the one purchase. So it's a no-brainer, really.
416, redirect Pole Hill. Direct Pole Hill, Channel 416. Number hello, 31 Alpha, London, hello to you, flying now for level 150.
And that was blocked.
Speedbird 31 Alpha, flying Alpha 150.
I'm 150, Speedbird 31 Alpha 2.
London, hello, Easy 646 November, 4,000 feet, Lamborn 6 Mike out of Gatwick. Easy 646 November, hello to you. Fly heading, bit of a weird one, fly heading 310 degrees and climb flight level 100. Okay, climb flight level 100, left 310 degrees, Easy 646 November. Just try and get you out of London traffic, that's all. No worries.
London, good evening. Speed Air 315 Zulu, request
So,
basic service and recovery.
You can see the VDEV is just, for those of you that like using the VDEV, it's working perfectly.
Yes, Roger. Stand by one, let me give me a scoop.
PK says, can I stay up a bit longer so we can see the 7 planets align? Are the planets in for flights?
5234, local QNH is 1017.
5234 and QNH 1017, Speed Air 315 Zulu.
I know the stars and constellations certainly are.
549 Delta Papa 1 to establish contact Manchester Tower 118.630, bye bye.
One establish over to Tower 118.630.
See what signs on.
Delta Papa, thanks so much for the ATC tonight. Good night.
Good night. Shanix 416 when ready, descend flight level 220, expect
Okay,
flight
we've done our
level
brief.
80, Pole Hill.
Ecam's normal, seatbelt signs are on. Minimum
Descend flight level
277,
220, expect
set
8000
signs.
Pole Hill, Shanix 46. BC 464, Mike level 140. BC 646 November, climb flight 140.
There's a lot of traffic
Climb
in
flight
front
level
of us.
140, 646 November.
And look, we can actually see the call signs, which is amazing. I love this.
Speedbird 31 Alpha, direct Conan.
Right, 2 Conan, Speedbird 31 Alpha 2, bro.
Speedbird 1347,
Get to pretend I'm an air traffic controller. See what's going on.
That's approved. Easy 35 Victor Lima, climb flight level 210.
Climb 210, Easy 35 Victor Lima.
Iberia 721, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Iberia 721. So there's a speed constraint there, 250 knots at LLS01. So we got Alt, there we go, that's just changed over, flight level 80 blue.
58 Mike X-ray, Brussels is offline, continue on Unicorn 1228, bye bye. Speed out 315 Zulu identified as a basic service, you can report final lid.
Basic service and Wilco, Speed Air 315 Zulu.
PC35 Victor Lima, resume own navigation direct Lelna.
Every time I hear the easy call sign, my ears pick up. I need to remember that we're Iberia tonight.
PC 616 November, fly heading 350 degrees and climb flight level 190. 350 degrees, 190, easy 646 November. And 646 November, report that heading please to London 127.
Heathrow in front of us.
Short, speak to you shortly. Report to London 127-105, easy 646 November, bye. Speedbird 31 Alpha, climb flight level 290.
Ecom 290, Speedbird 31 Alpha 2.
So just a quick check of everything, what we have. We're coming at 10,000 feet, how many track miles we've got to run. 20, 30,
Roger.
about 40, 45 track miles to run at 11.5, so the maths works. So we're just targeting now that 250 knot speed restriction, so that's why the aircraft is just leveling off a little bit to slow down as we approach that waypoint. just see London Heathrow there in the distance.
Is it 35 Victor Lima, climb for 350?
Climb 350, EG 35 Victor.
Iberia 721, contact Heathrow Director 119.730, bye-bye.
11973, thanks for the service. Good night. Heathrow Director, good evening. Iberia 721 A350 with Foxtrot, Rockstop 1 Hotel.
Okay, back, speed 719 X-ray, runway 27 left, clear to land, winds 270 degrees, 8 knots.
27 left, clear to land, 3719 X-ray.
Iberia 721, Heathrow Director, hello, turn right heading 060 degrees, descend flight level 70.
Right heading 060, descend flight level 70, Iberia 721. Thrust idle,
German Air Force
over descent
7527
and heading.
miles to touchdown, landing runway 27 left, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1017, speed 220 knots or greater.
Speed 220 knots or greater, 4,000 feet, ILS 27, and heading against the German Air Force 75.
So now we're not following.
Your present heading, the QNH is 1017.
Now we're not following the flight plan.
QNH 1017 and present heading, German Air Force 75.
Speed 2 Lima Juliet, speed 160 knots.
We'll need to start slowing ourselves down manually.
160 until 4, speed back to Lima Juliet.
Qatari 109, speed 180 knots or greater.
180 knots or greater, Qatari 109.
And Heathrow Director, speedbird 719 or 9000, direct Lambourne.
So I'm going to set speed 240,
Hello,
LS is armed.
Heading 270 degrees.
We will activate the approach phase.
270 and 80, speedbird 719er.
That's 270 after Lambourne.
270 after Lambourne, speedbird 719er.
So that's been
Shuttle
activated.
4 Golf Victor 27 left, clear to land, winds 270 degrees, 8 knots.
Thank you, copy the wind clear to land 27 left, shuttle 4 Golf Victor.
Should 719 X-ray left Alpha, contact ground 121.705, goodbye.
Left Alpha, ground 121.705, thank you, 719 X-ray, goodbye.
Steward 719, speed 220 knots.
That is a lot of
Speed 220
traffic.
knots, 719er.
See all of this coming into Heathrow? That is really cool to see.
German Air Force 75, turn right heading 245, when established localizer 27 left, descend glide path, speed 180 knots or greater.
So a speed 240 for 7,000 feet.
7 left and speed 220 knots or greater. German Air Force 75.
German Air Force 75 negative, speed 180 knots or greater.
Now this is flashing standard pressure. I have, however, left this in standard
Sorry,
because
109, speed
we were told by air traffic
160
control
knots
to descend to
or
a flight
greater
level, not
until
an
40
altitude. AJ Sandy, hello from Manchester Tower. Shame we're not there tonight, my friend, but
Steward 719, descend flight
I hadn't got time for an A350 flight into Manchester. They have to fly a long way.
70, speedbird 719er.
Speed 61, contact to London Control 127.830, goodbye.
127.830, speed 61.
So that's Heathrow
Iberia
ground.
721 at 27 miles to touchdown, landing runway 27 left, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend altitude 4,000 on the QNH 1017, Iberia 721.
Steward to Lima Juliet, runway 27 left.
Okay,
wind
so
270
barrel
degrees,
ref is
8
set,
knots, clear to
seatbelt
land.
signs are on,
Clear to
minimums
land,
are set,
27 left,
auto
speed
brake
back to
is
Lima Juliet.
set, engine mode selector is
Shuttle 4
null.
Golf Victor left Alpha, ground 121.705, good night.
Thank you, left on Alpha 121.705, shuttle 4 Golf Victor 9.
Speed 719, turn left, heading 150 degrees. 24 miles to touchdown, landing runway 27 left, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Left 150 and descent to 4,000, speedbird 719er.
That's 5,000 and the QNH is 1017.
Yeah, you can get wing views, Josh.
5,000, 1017, speedbird 719er, sorry about that.
There they are.
No worries, Iberia 721, turn left heading 025 and speed at 220 knots.
Left heading 025, speed 220, Iberia 721.
Joe Air Force 75, speed 160 knots or greater until 4 DME.
160 knots or greater until 4 DME, German Air Force 75.
So I'm going to hit the replay button. No, I'm not going to hit the record button. I'll hit the replay button afterwards. Just so I can concentrate on the landing. Obviously, new plane, lots of traffic around, air traffic control.
Iberia 721, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180, Iberia 721.
Speed 2 Lima Juliet left, Bravo.
Right, let's start configuring. So,
flaps
1, speeds check,
Left
flaps 1.
Bravo and over to ground 11705. Many thanks. Bye.
And speed 18.
Speed 719er, turn right heading at 175.
Right, 175, 719er.
Iberia 721, turn left heading 300 degrees, descend 3000. When established localizer, 27 left, descend glide path.
Left heading 300, descend altitude 3000, cleared ILS and descend with the glide, Iberia 721.
Qatari 109er, runway 27 left, clear to land, winds 270 degrees, 8 knots, vacate left.
We'll vacate left, Qatari 109, clear left, 7 knots.
Iberia 721, when established, speed 160 knots to 4 DME.
When established, 160 till 4 is Iberia 721. Oh, nearly did it! Call EasyJet.
Turn right heading 230 degrees, descent altitude 4,000 feet.
230, 4,000 feet, speed bridge 719er.
Lock start, and just need a little bit of teasing to get down. Get that glide slope. Go flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2.
Speed 263, Heathrow director, hello, hold Alpha 3.
There's Heathrow coming
Speed 719er, speed 180 knots or greater.
180 or greater, speed bridge 719er.
So, about 1,000 feet, 900 feet per minute, we should catch up with that glide. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds, if not we'll throw the gear down. Nine miles out. Okay. Speed brake's coming away.
Speed 719er, turn right heading
Gear down.
240 degrees. When established localizer, runway 27 left, descend glide path.
240 when established, localizer 27 left, speed bridge 719er.
When you're established on the localizer, descend with the glide path.
Alright, when established, localizer will descend with the glide path to speed bridge 719er.
Just winding that down. This is not the actual glide slope catch from above procedure. In fact, we can do that now.
2,500.
2,500. Oh, does the glide path, glide slope from above procedure not work on this aircraft? That wouldn't be good if that's the case. This approach altitude is 3,000 feet.
Speed 719er, speed 160 knots to 4 DME.
160 to 4 DME, speed bridge 719er.
Yeah, so that glide slope from above procedure didn't work quite the same as it does in the Airbus, but in the A320. Right, that's glide slope captured, that's what I wanted. Flaps 3, speeds checked, flaps 3, we're 5.5 miles out.
German Air Force 75, vacate left, runway 27 left, winds 270
Flaps
degrees,
full.
9 knots, clear to land.
Vacate left, clear to land, 27 left. German Air Force 75.
Qatari 109 left Sierra, contact ground 121.70.
Right, let's land this baby. So landing checklist, camp secured, go around altitude 3,000 feet is set. Eco memo, we got, we did have landing no blue.
263 from Alpha 3,
How's that
runway
gone?
27 right, winds 270 degrees,
Landing no blue.
9 knots, clear takeoff.
From Alpha 3, runway on the right.
Right, let's see if we can land her, shall we? Autopilot disengaged, now control.
1,000.
1,000 feet. Go around just 1,000 feet left turn. Very, very small movements in this aircraft. With the side stick. Not at all like the A320. I found it
500.
very easy to destabilize your approach in this aircraft.
400.
Iberia 721, runway 27 left, winds 270 degrees, 9 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 left, Iberia 721.
300.
Gel Air Force 75 left Sierra, contact ground 121.705, good night.
200.
I can see we're off the centre line, just trying to get us back on that.
Director, hello again, Walker 339er.
Oh, we're very high.
Walker 339er, Heathrow Director, hello, taxi link 22, Alpha 2.
Link 22, hold Alpha 2, Walker 339er.
Not happy, going around. Go around flaps.
KLM 195, Heathrow Director, hello, hold Alpha 3.
Hold Alpha 3, KLM 195.
Iberia 721 going around.
Iberia 721, roger.
Okay, autopilot is in. Oh, we weren't at managed speed, were we?
719er,
of course we
runway
weren't.
27 left, winds 270 degrees, 9 knots, clear to land.
Clear land, Speedbird 719er.
Walker 339er, via Alpha 2, line up runway 27 right.
Why have we not turned left?
Iberia 721, turn left heading 130 degrees, climb to altitude 4,000 feet.
Apologies, say again, Iberia 721.
Iberia 721, no rise, turn left heading at 130 degrees, climb altitude 4,000 feet.
130, 4,000 feet, Iberia 721. That missed approach procedure hasn't worked. So we should have missed approach procedure in the flight plan, but it didn't follow it, which is a bit frustrating.
First landing, Speedbird 1347, just passing the 130.
Speedbird 1347, Heathrow Director, hello. Leave Ockham, heading 075, descend flight level 70.
Let's do it again. And let's remember at 4 DME to push managed speed this time.
Direction, we're getting Speedbird 1347, train level 120, green descent to level 80.
Speedbird 1347, Heathrow Director, hello. Leave Ockham, heading 075, descend flight level 70.
Good job we took extra fuel anyway.
Heading the 075 and continue descent to 170, to level 070, Speedbird 157.
Speedbird 1347, it's heading 075 after Ockham, that's Oscar Charlie Kilo.
Okay, let's activate that approach phase again.
Iberia 721, turn left heading 090 degrees.
Left heading 090, Iberia 721.
Walker 339, runway 27 right, clear takeoff, winds 270 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear takeoff 27 right, Walker 339er.
Speed 263, turn left, heading 090 degrees.
Yeah, so the reason for the go around, if they ask, they don't do that in the UK, do they? They don't ask in America.
Speed 1347.
Reason for the go around.
The heading was
pilot error.
Oscar Charlie Kilo, so turn left, heading 010 degrees.
But at least you will get to see a second landing attempt.
Speedbird 1347 Heathrow.
Speedbird 1347.
The heading was to be after Oscar Charlie Kilo.
Right, can we tidy up the
turn
flag?
left now, heading 360 degrees.
Left now, 360 degrees, speedbird 137 +1.
Speedbird 263, report you're heading to London Control, 127.830.
2780, speedbird 263. Thanks for so long.
KLM 195, line up runway 27 right.
Not sure we can actually.
Full line up 27 right, KLM 195.
Iberia 721, speed 200 knots or greater. You have 2 full miles to touchdown, runway 27 left.
Speed 200 or greater, Iberia 271. Right, let's speed ourselves up for ATC. 200 knots will do.
Speed 1347, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1018, speedbird 1347.
Speed 1347, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, speedbird 1347.
Iberia 721, turn left, heading 060 degrees.
Left heading 060, Iberia 721. We are getting quite a bit of lag.
339, contact London Control, 127.105. Goodbye.
127.105, walking 339, cheers, see ya.
KLM 195, runway 27 right, winds 270 degrees, 9 knots.
Okay, flaps 1, speed check.
27 right, clear for takeoff, KLM 195.
It's going to be a nice short final, I think. Turn the terrain radar off, don't need that.
234 Alpha, requesting IFR to Berlin with hotel.
First speed 1347, turn right, heading 095.
Right, 095, speedbird 1347.
The shuttle calling for clearance, contact Heathrow ground, 121.705.
Not actually sure what is going on with this at all, to be honest with you.
It goes direct to Nomadic 101 with you, passing 130.480 by Lamborn.
Nomadic 101, Heathrow director, hello, leave Lamborn, heading 270 degrees.
270 after Lamborn, Nomadic 101.
Yeah, there's something not quite right with the
Iberia
course in, course
721,
out.
speed 180 knots.
Speed 180, Iberia 721. I think the thing that's actually affecting the FPS here is IniBuilds Heathrow and London.
Right hand off, averaging speedbird 157.
Because there's not been any FPS problem at all, and this aircraft works really, really nicely. We spoke about that earlier on in the stream.
Iberia 721, turn left, heading 290 degrees. When established localizer, runway 27 left, descent glide path.
Left heading 290, and when established, descent with glide path, Iberia 721.
Iberia 721, descent altitude 3,000 feet, further with the glide path.
Descent altitude 3,000, then continue with the glide path, Iberia 721. Thrust island descent 3,000 blue.
Speedbird 1347, speed 180 knots.
1 right, speedbird 1347.
All glide slope, lock blue, land 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. 12
Speedbird
mile
1347, turn left, heading 090 degrees.
Kieran, I found the FPS in this far better than the Phoenix. Yes.
Can you confirm anything?
Far, far better than the
Heading
Phoenix.
is 090.
090 pour Speedbird 157.
Lockstar.
KLM 195, contact London Control 127.105. Goodbye.
127.105, KLM 195.
Speedbird 1347, turn left heading 290 degrees, descend 4,000 feet.
Sam says it's a shame IniBuilds didn't use 1K texts for their scenery. James, we use autopilot 1 and 2 for redundancy on all approaches, whether you do auto land or not.
Speed 160 knots or greater until 4 DME.
160 knots or greater until 4 DME, Iberia 721.
Speed 1347, when established on the localizer, runway 27 left, descend with the glide path.
See if we can remember to push for managed speed this time, shall we? Okay, flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2.
Speed 1347, when established on the localizer, runway 27 left, descend with the glide path.
Glide slope start.
Established on locator runway 27 left, descend with the glide path, Speedbird
A1H.
Nomadic 101,
It
turn
feels
left, heading
very different.
205, descend flight level 70.
Right, let's run the approach checklist. So, Bar F, QNH 1017. Seatbelt signs are on
Iberia
still.
721, runway 27 left, wind 270 degrees, 9 knots, clear to land.
Good land, 27 left, Iberia 721. Interrupted, so we need to start again. Bar F is 1017. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimum's 277. Auto brake is set, brake to vacate. Engine mode selector is normal. And we're flaps 2. Let's start slowing this bird down. 160. Gear down. Does sound like the bottom of my aircraft just dropped out. Flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3. Flaps full.
Nomadic 10127 miles to touchdown, landing runway 27.
Okay, landing checklist. Cabin is secured, go around altitude 3,000 feet set. Eco memos landing no blue.
5,000 and 1018.
Speedbird 1347, speed 160 knots to 48.
Okay, we're 0.2 miles away. Manage the speed. Guys, you're all saying we're too fast. We can't slow down until 4 DME. That's 4 DME. We've got traffic behind us.
$1,000.
1,000 feet. Okay. Let's see what happens. Autopilot's off. And let's try again. I do feel like this aircraft has got quite a bit of inertia to it.
Nomadic 101, turn right heading 250 degrees, when established localizer 27 left, same glide path.
500.
Definitely feels different to the 320. That is
Nomadic
for sure.
101, turn right heading 250 degrees, when established localizer to same glide path.
400.
350, established localizer.
I feel like you've almost got to anticipate the move that you want to make.
Director, hello, turn left heading 240 degrees, descend flight level 70.
That's 240, descend flight level 70.
200. Minimum.
Ooh, continue. We're not very centered on that center line though, are we?
Right slope.
100.
Right slope.
50.
Right
40.
slope.
Oh
30.
my word.
20. 10.
Well, we're down, but the passengers won't like that. That'd have been alright if it was a crosswind landing. Anyway, we're on brake to vacate, roll out, reverse idle. And
Auto
manual
brake
brakes.
off.
Auto brake off. So I think that was... I think that's the third time I've landed this aircraft.
Right, there's an aircraft on the runway. Iberia 721, taxi left, Bravo. Contact ground 121.705, going.
Left Bravo and Otis ground 121.705. Thanks for the service, Iberia 721.
So it's 1347, runway 27 left, clear to land. Winds 270 degrees, 9 knots.
27 left, Speedbird 137.
Scandinavian 150, 136 miles to touchdown, landing runway 27 left, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descent 5,000, QNH 1018, Scandinavian 150.
Okay, so just before we go any further, let's just sort our aircraft out. So, landing lights off, taxi lights off, strobe lights off. And then we need to come down here, disarm spoilers, they're done. We'll flick over to ground and...
Clear to approach the Ball International Airport via the Manchester 140 departure, Manchester transition, and squawking 7576, Delta 520.
with the radar off and
Delta 5203,
TCAS
reback
off.
right.
Runway 740, it's taxi.
Runway 740, reset your squawk for me 5213.
Come on to, I don't want to interrupt that guy's call back if he's going to give one.
Iberia 721, Heathrow ground, good evening, Bravo, right Delta, stand 561.
Heathrow ground, good evening, Iberia 721, Bravo, right on Delta, and just confirm stand, just confirm that stand number, please.
Iberia 721, no problem, right on Delta, stand 561.
Right on Delta, and then it's stand 561, Iberia 721.
Heathrow ground, German Air Force 75, hello again, requesting IFR clearance to Berlin.
German Air Force 75, no flight plan for you, can you refile and call me back?
Yes, refiling. Stand by.
Right now, the 55 request taxi.
Ground, good evening, Speedbird 1347, directing the runway to left.
I think we may have gone past our time.
Speedbird 1347, good evening. Left on Alpha, stand 512.
Left on Alpha and send 512, Speedbird 1347.
721, if you want to take right on Charlie, stand 555.
Thanks, we were just going to ask that. So, right on Charlie stand 555, Iberia 721. All the passengers now needing to make a quick gate change.
740, squawk set, ready for taxi.
Runway 740, roger, thank you, right on Alpha, hold Pluto.
Not real and licensed
Runway
pilot.
740,
Great name.
taxi right on Alpha, hold Pluto.
Brake to vacate was actually set for a taxiway further on, just in case I did a really long landing, which is why I just cancelled it. We managed to get down in the touchdown zone, just in the touchdown zone. If you are disappearing though now, guys, then please do me a massive favour and do hit that like button before you go. Remember, we've got the discount code down below, and when IniBuilds release this tomorrow, there's a link in the video description that you can use to be able to get that, because it will be released on IniBuilds' website first before it's released anywhere else like the marketplace or anywhere.
Right now, the 525 request taxi.
Right now, 525, taxi Bravo, hold Titan.
Effective 5, taxi via Bravo, Old Titan.
Simple. Yeah, it does. So you basically use the navigation display and select which taxiway you want to vacate on. So yeah, exactly like the A380.
Gemini 475, still got nothing for you. You might need to disconnect from the network quickly and reconnect.
Roger, reconnecting.
Alright, see if we can park better than we landed. I will be honest with you, I really struggle to land this aircraft. When you get it tomorrow, if you're getting it tomorrow, why can I still see TCAS? I thought I'd turn that off. Do come back in on stream and let me know how your first landing was. You feel it.
Thank you. Got your flight plan now.
It just seems to roll around its axis a little bit differently.
Gemini 475, cleared to Berlin, Brugmans Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 2512.
Cleared to Berlin, Brugman Park 7 Foxtrot departure and squawk 2512, and we are ready for startup and pushback.
Gemini 475 and 601, push and start approved, face east.
Right, turn that off.
Push and start approved, facing east.
Oh, I shouldn't be able to hear you now.
QNH 1017.
Keep taxiing. Keep taxiing. And there we go, stop. Fantastic. Right, I'm not quite sure why I can still hear a controller. Let me just change the frequency. Oh, 118.0 something will do. There, that'll do. Flick over. Set parking brake. Good. Divlex, hello from the approach controller. Hopefully I'm enjoying the A350. Mate, thank you so much for the awesome ATC. Sorry for the go-around. That was completely my fault for getting to push manage speed and wondering why I couldn't get it down. So I am going to put the replay in, and hopefully that will work. I need to go and fax it before we do that, so I will do that now. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's a full sort of first flight, complete with go-around thrown in for good measure. Diplex says, "Don't be worried about that. Don't worry about the go-around. It gives me more things to do." But yeah, what do we think? Please do let me know. You know, now that you've seen it. Obviously, I think there's been a lot of this in the media today, so you will have hopefully seen it quite a lot. Let me just set up a wing view then, and be able to see this. This is the first attempt, so you'll get the go-around landing with this one. But yeah, I started the poll a little bit earlier on, didn't I? Let's see how that's doing. So 453 votes. Will I be buying the A350 on release day? 66 people have said yes. So that's promising. Lewis says flight sim's still very bad in terms of flight model. Had a headwind upon landing, still kept deviating to the left. I do think it's better in Flight Sim 24, definitely. Aviator, no, frame gen is not on. Lewis Trump says he had to reduce the sensitivity on the thrustmaster. I will definitely have to have a play with it, because I found that really difficult to land. The problem is I've never really flown an A350, so I don't know what it's meant, what the feel is meant to be like. It's obviously, it is a bigger aircraft, so it's probably going to feel a little bit different, isn't it? Let's be honest. PK, will this be my default aircraft going forward? No, the A320 will definitely be the default aircraft. It's the one I know. Old Man Shaggy, the cabin in 2020, there isn't one. What you've got is just some portholes that you can go and then set your wing views up to, which does work. You know, that's a view we're all happy with. This though, looking at this now, this compared to Flight Sim 24, it looks so different. Flight Sim 24, I just love the detail of the ground textures now in that. And Sim Update 1, which is coming out very soon, it's going to be even better. So in a minute, we'll see me fail to push manage speed, approaching far, far too fast, and then we'll have a go around. IniBuilds Heathrow not helping me out on the old FPS either. FPS in this aircraft has been brilliant. And there's the go around. DJ Sean, no, FPS has not been terrible the entire trip, and I really do want to make this point. FPS has been amazing for the entire journey. It was just as we got to IniBuilds, Heathrow, and London in general. It didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Although the view from up here looks really nice. So people have been asking me what do I think the FPS is like with regards to how compared to like PMDG, the Phoenix. This is definitely better than the Phoenix, I think. Dip says some awesome climb performance in the go-around. Yeah, there was a reason for that, because we got toga power, and we didn't land flaps 3, we landed flaps full, so you've got to be careful, haven't you? You're in danger of hitting VFE and overspeeding. The only way to keep the speed down is pull the nose up. We're shooting straight through. What did disappoint me is we didn't get the automatic go-around in nav mode. I thought that would have been in. I need to rewind the stream and have a look at that and see what happens. But that's why we should have hit 1,000 feet and then turned left. I got the autopilot in nice and easy. Didn't do that. So I need to look to see if that was pilot error or if there's something else wrong with that. Thankfully, we didn't actually get in the way of anybody, so I don't think we upset you too much. Sam says Christian thought it was because the waypoint was set at Ockham. I will have to go back and have a look. I don't think it should have been set to Ockham though. We were. Mind you, we didn't clean up the flight plan, did we? I wonder if it was that. Might have been. I tried to clean up the flight plan so we could clean. Basically, the 320 you can clean up the flight plan, and then you get the runway center line sort of displayed for you. I was trying to get it to do that, and it didn't want to do it, unfortunately. Terry CV, so the Airbus A350 releases tomorrow, Terry. Releases tomorrow. Christian says, yeah, when you're on the final, the next waypoint was still showing us Ockham. Right, well, that explains why the go-around track wasn't followed then. More pilot error, you see. Give me back my 320. Felix, why do I have the FMS on the left-hand side where the EFB normally is? Because I've got the flight plan in there, so I can access it quickly. And you can change them as you can in the real aircraft, so it's really nice. Oh, Terry, glad you could understand my strong Yorkshire accent. Oh, bonsoir, Terry. That's impossible. How much more do you have to flare with the 350 versus the 320? I say, that was my third landing in this aircraft. You could probably tell. It was awful. I say you have to flare more in this than you do the 320. The 320, particularly if you've got a decent headwind, you hardly have to do anything at all. What I did found in this, as I was just looking at the primary flight display as we were coming in, is that in the 320, particularly if you're doing flaps 3, but even if you're doing flaps 4, in the 320, when you're coming in, your nose is usually pitched up anyway. So you really do need just a very, very little flare to make that work. But with this, I looked at the primary flight display just as we were like sort of about 100 feet from touchdown, and I noticed we were almost level, so I thought, well, we're definitely going to have to flare this, otherwise we're just going to crunch this into the ground. So yeah, I think you are going to have to flare this you're going to have to flare this a little bit more. He's suggesting about that on Twitch. Didn't know that till now. Yes, we are. A lot of great followers on Twitch tonight as well, guys. So thank you for that. You can see the FPS really struggling. This is clearly a London thing. Christian does make a good point that the ground effect simulation is far better in 24 than it is in 2020. That's Impossible says he will take a note of that. Yeah, and I think it's just a good thing to do. It doesn't matter what you're flying. It's probably more important to do it in a simulator than it is in a real aircraft. So the problem with a 2D screen that you're flying on with a monitor in a sim is it always, for some reason, always looks like you're pointing nose down, and a lot of the time you're not. Your angle of attack, you are slightly up. The only way you can see that in the sim is obviously to look down at the primary flight display. So when I'm flying in real life, I won't look down at my angle of attack when I'm sort of 50-60 feet from touching down. You've got peripheral vision that does that for you. So that's that's just the difference between the sim and real life, isn't it? Chica says, that's why I prefer VR, but streaming in VR is a pain. Exactly right. Streaming in VR is not something I could ever do. It wouldn't work. I mean, I don't really have a PC powerful enough for VR anyway, and I most certainly don't have a PC powerful enough to both stream and be in VR. So that is a that is a absolute definite no-no. Steve says he's calling it out there. That's no problem. Right, so I think that is indeed me about done. It's coming up to midnight shortly. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me on our first A350 flight. There will, of course, be other A350 flights as well. Really do hope you have enjoyed this. Most people are saying that they are going to buy this tomorrow. And just remember, if you're on your way out, please, please, please don't forget to hit that like button. We're also on our way towards 50,000 subscribers as well, so if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that button as well. But yeah, that like button really helps with our YouTube algorithms, so massive thanks to everybody who's done that. I'm going to leave you then with our arrival into London Heathrow for the second time, and the beautiful views of London that go with it. Heathrow at sunset. A major thanks to all of our EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members that we have on the group. Massive shout out to all of you and your support, and to everyone else as well that supported this evening through Twitch Prime subs and super chats, gifted memberships, all of that. Honestly, it means so much to me. So a massive thank you to everyone who helps support the channel. Right, we saw the landing then from the captain's side. It was awful. Let's see how bad it looked from the first officer's side. Enjoy the Airbus A350 tomorrow, guys, and remember you can get it using our link as well, which also helps supporters. I look forward to flying this aircraft many more times and see you guys on board. Until then, enjoy this rather wavy landing. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
$2,500.